Oh, you there? What up, everybody? Welcome to Nino Radio. We are live lit, and that's it with Christy Maga. You there?
I am here, Nino America.
And Liberty Dragon. He's in the. Oh, press the button again. My bad, Lib. Liberty Dragon in the building.
King.
Hey, Lib, I'm holding you up right here, bro. You see me?
Thank you.
Thanks, ladies and gentlemen. We got a hot show for y'all, ladies and gentlemen. Today is Friday. I thought it was Saturday, June 7th, 8:35 p.m. Do you know where your kids are? Chris, how are you, sis? Talk to the people.
I'm great. No, I do not actually know where my son is right now, but I know he's either at work or at his girlfriend's. So I guess I kind of do. But just wanted to thank everybody for coming. We have great membership packages available. Check them out if you can. Hit the join button, and we're adding new perks daily.
Let's go, Lib. What's up, bro? Hey, y'all. How are you, Lib?
I am tremendously tremendous. Exuberant even. I know where my son is. He's right here. Shout out to my son. He just turned 12. Beautiful. But he's a cat. Oh, ching.
All right, everything sounds good and looks good. Let's get to the show, ladies and gentlemen. We are live lit, and that's it. Nino Radio. Let's start with the actual. Let's go to the Facebook page. Lib, tell them about the group. It's doing good. We want to promote that real quick. Go ahead, Lib. Tell them about it.
Oh, heck yeah. We got a W group on the come up, growing by hundreds daily at this point. Lots of enthusiasm, lots of exuberance. In other terms, it's a vibe, y'all. Nino's America, a vision for a better country and a better vibe. Let's throw that in there too. Pull up, slide through, come join, share some memes, interact with the community. Come through. Nino's America. Join on Facebook.
Hey, and it's going crazy over there. We done got 11 million accounts reached on the Facebook page. I ain't gonna lie, I'm tripping out on that. That's a lot. The Facebook is doing good. Anybody listening to me, I've been telling y'all, get on that Facebook, y'all. Facebook, you can do a lot of good reach, and you can make some money over there, y'all. So holler at us on Facebook, on all platforms, and let's get right into the show. First topic is, this is crazy. We love brother Ye. He's been a little bit cray-cray for a little while, so they say. But what's the deal, sis, with brother West, Kanye West?
So it has been reported that he has been sued for harassment, and I can't say the word before that.
I forgot about
by
that.
By his former assistant. The various lawsuits against him are starting to pile up. This time,
it says that the artist, a better country,
My bad.
and a better vibe.
And I can't say the word.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, I had that going in there.
That's all right. It says that this time the controversial artist more or less back in the public eye after a series of erratic racist comments in 2022 has been sued for the harassment by his former assistant, Lauren Pisciata, I guess is how you say it. She is claiming that he sent lewd messages and videos, behaved appallingly over the phone, and wrongfully terminated her contract. She claims that I can't remember how much she was making. I think it was, he ended up offering her like a severance package of $3 million, and then never paid up on it. According to her, it says that she was with him. She made about $4 million.
Damn, son. Where'd you? Woo! Okay, I got a new poll, y'all. Is Kanye West guilty / or cray-cray? Yes or no on the YouTube. Let's be honest, sis. Are these celebrities really as degenerate as they are alleged to be? Or is there people out there for the bag? Let's be honest, y'all. People will do anything for money, a little bit of clout, a little bit of fame. But 4 milli, I don't know. I think there might be some validity to this. I don't know. Again, I support Brother Ye. He's been kind of, messing up here and there. I'd agree, with this, making this Kern or all this other kind of weird stuff he's talking about. I'm against all of that. But I do support Brother Kanye West. I do believe he's a Christian. Is he the best one? No. Am I? No. So I don't know. Just what do you think about the validity to these charges? Lib, do you think that there's any valid statements or any kind of a harassment whatsoever? Go ahead.
I mean, let's be honest, Ye is kind of a weird guy. But, I mean, obviously, if she was there for that long, And he's off of his path lately too, let's be honest. But if she was there for that long and she didn't say anything until she left, I mean, come on. And when it rains, it pours, and there's a lot of opportunistic people, and they're just trying to get the bag. Come on.
Hey, shout out Sarah in the chat, y'all. Remember Sarah? What up, Sarah? I don't think
we forget.
Yeah, we need to release the video. Sarah's phone call was epic. We're going to open up the lines here momentarily, y'all. If anybody wants to call in, 432-217-0709. Chris, your thoughts? You think there's any validity to this? And can you address the Ye throws reverse card in momentarily, sis? Your thoughts on Ye? Go ahead, Chris Lee.
I just think that it's kind of like we talked about yesterday, that we have to use discernment. And the reason, what you said is, people, we're quick to form our opinion and to give them convictions before they're actually found guilty. So, with that being said, I have not heard of any other allegations ever coming about Ye before. The thing with Diddy was that I saw the video. I saw how he literally like mollywopped his girl and all of that. And so there's a difference in my opinion, but I've heard of like crazy things that people think that he said and things like that, but I haven't heard of like anything else about him. So I guess we'll just see what happens with it. I really can't give an opinion at this point if I think he is or is not guilty.
What does it say about the reverse card? What is that about, sis? Did you read that in the article?
Let me look again. I don't know if I saw that. Hold on.
I'm gonna put the number in the comments, y'all. If anybody wants to call in, we encourage people with all walks of life to call in. I'm gonna pin the number 432-217-0709 and let us know what you think about Ye or anything that we got going on with the actual show. So my bad, y'all, get back over here. Go ahead.
It does say that this girl, she was running an OnlyFans account that she claims that she made $1 million per year. He then asked her to quit the OnlyFans and solely work for him, promising to pay her the same salary she made from the app, which she agreed to. It says that she left that row. She eventually climbed her way to the chief of staff by dealing with his alleged misconduct, but saying then that while she was with him, she had earned the $4 million. It said, so the reverse card, he is countersuing. His legal representative called her lawsuit baseless, accusing her of blackmail and extortion. She was terminated for being unqualified, demanding unreasonable sums of money, including a $4 million annual salary, and numerous document incidents of her unhinged conduct.
Wow. Interesting.
And now that she
is a crazy amount, though. Let's be honest. Yeah. That's like what you would get when you're the actual star. $4 million a year. That's insane. That's not assistant money. Come on.
Go ahead, sis.
I don't know. I know that I think that he paid his now girlfriend pretty well also, because she was the architect for Yeezy and all of that, and I think he paid her really well too. That's chump change to some of those people.
I'm going to say this. How much money do these people have? It's crazy wild. So Ye getting sued for SH by former assistant. Let us know what you think in the comments, y'all. The poll is up right now. I'll close it in a minute before we move on to the next subject. But like I said, y'all, these people are hella rich. Are they degenerate? Probably so. Is there secrets in their closets? I would think so as well. But let's be honest, y'all. Just because you got money don't mean you're extra degenerate. Possibly, but let's really be honest. There's a bunch of perverts and weirdos that are brokies too, right? People that are poor, broke, whatever. I know people that are poor, that are rich, and poor, that are poor, right? It's all about your spirit and how you conduct yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. Be miserable poor or be miserable rich. I ain't gonna lie though. I've seen more miserable people that are poor, that are broke, haters, jealous and whatever. I've seen it with, amongst my own people out here. And so anyways, I digress, y'all. Any more final thoughts? Go ahead, Liv. Final thoughts on this, and we're moving on to the next crazy trending topic. Let's go.
I just want to say it's a damn shame. Brokies be some haters. We've all been broke before. We go through it. But really, it depends on your value system. Because if you get rich, but you have nothing, you're aimless. I mean, you're just going to become a degenerate anyways. The only reason people get rich and they don't become degenerate is because they have a good value system. Facts.
Okay, Chrissy, your thoughts on this? Final words before we move on to the next subject. Let's go.
Hey Nino, I think I just kind of said what I needed to say. I mean, I don't know. I just think that people make some lawless claims against people, and if it's true, then he'll be convicted in a court of law. If there's a settlement reached, then we can draw our own conclusions from that.
Now, this is crazy, y'all. The next topic we have at hand is going to be Kim K. Now, Libs brought this to me, and I said, what kind of woman would say this? But then Libs kind of, I'm not going to say simp for her, but, this is the next crazy topic. Chrissy introduced this one, and we're going to get pretty vast opinions on this, wide, sprawling opinions on this said subject. Chrissy, what's going on with Kim K?
So, yeah, okay. So I watched the Kardashians. I'm the first to admit it. They have their new Hulu series that just restarted. I think it's season 2 with them now. And so here's the thing. So there's an article out right now that Kim is talking about that she just can't do it anymore. That she is being brutally honest about raising 4 kids as a single mom after her and the divorce from Kanye. But here's the thing. Here's where I'm going to get into this. She's talking about that she is having a really, really hard time being strict, putting boundaries on her kids, doing things like that. I think that was probably an inherited behavior by, the things that her mom pushed and things like that. But Kanye fought for his marriage. I mean, that was one of the big things that stood out to me is regardless of what we say about Kanye, he begged for therapy, for, any kind of reconciliation that they could have. And she was not down for it. And then, wanted to be Miss Tough, independent woman and, claimed that she wanted full custody of the kids. And now she's crying that she can't do it anymore.
Wow.
But yeah, yesterday. So, I think it comes out every Thursday. So there'll be a new episode. Yeah, there was just a new episode yesterday. And it shows that she's been part of American Horror Story.
Man, that's crazy. We talked about that, sis. My bad. Go ahead.
Yep. She will be a degreed attorney in 2025. She's already taken the mini bar and passed it. She will become an actual attorney in 2025. She's done a lot of things about the Freedom Project of releasing, and used Donald Trump to do so also, of releasing people that didn't have fair trials and things like that. But during the episode, she also now just said that she's getting ready to come up with, they want to do a new show on her, and it's going to have a Sex and the City type of spin to it, that she is going to be a very high-priced, very affluent divorce attorney. And that it's kind of like a circle of females that all empower each other and all of that. Okay, regardless of how I feel about that, you're saying that you can't do raising these 4 kids. When do you even have time for your 4 kids? Between all of the Paris shows that she does, Coachella, all of these, she did all that stuff with Dolce and Gabbana. She does American Horror Story that they said sometimes she was filming 16 to 18 hours a day. And now they want to do this new show that will be primarily her as the main character and focused around her. It will be based out of Los Angeles. But when do you find time for your kids? Of course you can't do it alone. You put everything above your kids to do this.
Very interesting.
So that's my point.
Okay, 952. Hold on, 9. I'm trying to log into the Twitter real quick, y'all, or the Twitch, because we are streaming over there. Before I hand it to Liberty, I'm going to say this. Chrissy, you got some great topics there. Thanks, sis, for that awesome evaluation. Ladies and gentlemen, let's be honest, right? I respect Kim K for this said reason. She's a content creator, okay? I follow accounts, on Instagram that I don't even listen to their music. I have some on here that, I follow them because they're interesting characters. And nowadays with social media, you can follow people that you don't even really even listen to their music or watch their movies, or maybe you do. But the point is, you can follow people that make content, right? And, like me, I follow people, I never listen to their music, right? There's some rappers that I follow from California that I don't hear their music, I don't listen to it, but they are characters, said content creators. So I say that to say this. one thing I respect about Kim K, because I'm a content creator myself, all three of us are, is that she's pretty awesome with her content creation. Okay, is she degenerate? Is she whatever? This, that, and the third. That's a whole other topic. The point is, I do respect her. Excuse me, for being a businesswoman that makes content, even though some of it's degenerate, whatever. I ain't even focusing on that. But I'm saying her show, marvelous. It's spectacular. The audio, the video quality, I can respect it being a videographer, a photographer, a podcaster, YouTuber, whatever. I do watch things from Kim K that I say, hey, I tip my Cowboys hat to her for said projects. But the point is, let's be honest, y'all, and this is a whole other thing that I'm glad that Chrissy touched on, is that how much time does she have for her family? If you're shooting films or making whatever content, I'm pretty sure you're busy. We're very busy, and we got jobs and careers and families and whatnot. And then to jump here on YouTube and make content, it's tough, y'all. And me, I run a trucking company, and I'm in the truck at all times. I'm working hard, and then to spend time with my family, and then to make content, I'm telling you, it is tough. And I'm nothing like Kim K. I bet her freaking book and her planner is to the brim, right? So Christy made a good point. How much time does she really give her kids? And now she's crying that she's she can't do it anymore. Woman, let's be honest, y'all. Being a parent, being a civilized human being, a decent person, it's not easy, right? There's a bunch of low lives in life. They get it easy. They get government assistance. They get whatever, right? And they're just whatever, leeches or whatever you want to call them. But salute the ones that are out there trying to make it happen for their families. Broke or poor, whatever you are, you're trying to do good for your family no matter what, okay? But the point is, like I said, how much time does this woman actually give her kids? Being a content creator that she is on that level, when I'm telling you, with our level, I mean, it's tough for us to give any effort to this as well because we have families and careers and, kids. I digress. Sorry for going so long-winded. Go ahead, Liberty Dragon. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I just want to start off by pointing something out. If you look at the statistics between single dads and single mothers, you see that the crime rate of the children that are, from and raised by single mothers are exponentially higher than single dads because, let's be honest, it's significantly harder for the mother to discipline the kids than it is for father. That's why it's very important that the parents do everything they can, which, like Christy said, obviously Kim K didn't. She let it fall apart. She let people split them apart. I'll say this about he tried to save the relationship. But if you look at the statistics, single mother households produce, in a lot of ways, there's always exceptions, criminals in a lot of ways, and people that veer very far off in life because they don't have father figures. So for people to, give into this, in a lot of ways, this feminist agenda, I don't need no man, screw that guy, girl, dump him, because that's what they want to encourage, because I'd rather these women be, like you said, leech off the government or get assistance from the government instead of leeching off or getting assistance from the baby dad and sticking together and going through thick and thin and trying to work it out. And I just think that's wrong. We need to continue to push and fight against this. But I will say this, let's be honest, a lot of women are more go-getters than men these days. Everything's kind of flipped on its head. But in a way, I think because of what we're doing here and what a lot of people, shout out Top G, Andrew Tate, others, what we're doing, we're kind of bringing it back and we're putting men's feet to the fire and saying, listen, no excuse. You need to do what needs to be done to provide for your family. It's a cold world, but you need to try hard for not only your family, for your ancestors. They are fighting saber-toothed tigers just for you to be a loser. Hell no. That's why you got to give it your absolute all. But in terms of Kim, shout out to her, like you said. But I don't like how she betrayed Trump after he pardoned her friend that she tried so hard and needed criminal justice reform, and she just let him out to dry, and she didn't even endorse him. Big facts.
Okay, back to Kim. It's kind of a hot topic. We got it right here. The poll is up right now. Poll says, is Kim K toxica? Spanish word of the night, toxica. Yes, 94%. Damn, 6%. They don't like Christy. They don't like her over here. Anyways, I digress. Like I said, what is it, y'all? I'm gonna be honest.
I'm not. Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna just say this.
Sorry.
I'll give it to Christy. This is a pretty good topic, but I'm gonna say this, y'all. Being a celebrity, you would think, right? She claims probably is whatever boss itch, whatever independent, and then she has Kanye. She probably don't have to work a day in her life, right? That's the problem with some women, okay? Especially these women that are celebrities. They want to just work forever. I understand, get your bag, whatever, but biblically, the way I raised my household, my wife don't work. She ain't worked in over 15 years. But the point is,
Nino.
yeah, but the point is, not everybody lives like that. And not even because the money. Some people just want to work, and that's how women are. You raise your house the way you want. Amen. But the point is this a reason why you don't really see marriages flourish or last very long in the entertainment industry or Hollywood due to both people chasing the bag, and it's not really a conservative or a traditional type of marriage because both people are in the limelight. I said this, I'll say it again. Anytime I see a YouTuber, or content creators that are a couple, I feel like it never works. Okay, because they're too similar. My wife, she's in the front. She wants nothing to do with YouTube, nothing. She don't even have no selfies. I mean, she just scrolls and she's a content consumer, right? I'm a content creator. So my wife is like a opposite of me, right? And I think that's the best kind of marriages are the ones where the man is somewhat, it's a yin and yang situation. So like I said, when you see two celebrities, two superstars in the same division, same genre, whatever, what may have you, I think it's harder for them, especially when they're of this stature, to even stay together. Go ahead, Christy. Sorry.
No, that's okay. I was just there was two things that I just wanted to talk about. The first one was, so in the show yesterday, she talked about that she's been married 3 times and she's used the same divorce attorney 2 out of 3 marriages.
Damn.
And she was like, every time I talk to my attorney, make sure to remind me not to ever go through this again. And she said, I guess I'll be saying it probably again to her, but I don't know. It's just, you say you don't have time, that you can't do it anymore. You can't parent alone and all of that. I don't think that she's parenting alone. It's talked about, all the nannies that she has and people that watch her kids. And that's the example she's setting for them. Regardless, at the end of the day, if people think, yeah, he's crazy or not crazy, she picked Hollywood over him. He was exposing what was happening, and she was going back and apologizing while still doing stuff with Balenciaga, and said that Ye, just was having like a mental breakdown. No, I think Ye was having a moment of clarity, to be honest.
Wow.
And crazy.
Unless you want to add to that, Lib, ladies and gentlemen, let us know what you think in the comments. We're going to end the poll. I think Lib dropped out. She's having technical difficulties, and the Trump mistrials next topic we got. You back, Lib?
Oh, yeah. And okay. I got something to say, too.
Go ahead, bro. But you ain't on the screen. Is your camera on?
Yeah, no, it's on. I think you got to push the button or something.
No, you're not on, bro.
Ooh. Hold on. Let me try. Here, I'll reload. You can just continue. Yeah, it's all good.
Anyways, Kim K and Ray J and Kanye, issues with them, celebrities, whatnot. But Jesse Lopez in the comments, shout out Jesse Lopez, veteran there. But Ray J was just being interviewed also. Speaking of him, trying to get Lib over here. Oh, there he is. Lib, you there?
Bow! Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, all right, make your point, and let's go on to the next subject of the Trump mistrial. Go ahead, Liberty Dragon, let's go!
Bam! You know what? I don't even remember my point. It's all good. It was so awesome and foundational and prophetic, but I forgot it. I'm sorry, everyone. You really missed out on some genius insight, but it's okay. Just, you can go ahead. I don't even remember.
10-4. All right, so let's end the poll, y'all. Chrissy, can you give the number of the poll?
Yeah, let me get them. Hold on, let me get it pulled back up.
And the next subject, like I said, is Trump, y'all. Kim K is a toxica. Let us know. We done ended the poll, though. Go ahead.
So your poll was, is Kim K toxic? And 90% said yes, 9% said no.
Whoa. So we ain't got no,
so
there ain't no love for Kim K. So let me put the MAGA hat on. No. Next topic, y'all, is going to be crazy, y'all. Let's go. Now, coming up right now is, well, No, we're not going with Trump yet. My bad. Let's stick to the formula, ladies and gentlemen. Pat Sajak. Hold on. Where am I? Now, this is crazy. Okay. I don't even have nothing pulled up. I thought I had something pulled up here. Chrissy, talk about Pat Sajak. This is crazy, everybody. Go ahead.
Today was his final show. There is a video of him saying farewell to everyone. He has hosted that since 1982. We've known for about a year. I didn't know the exact date of his departure, but I know that he's just, it was like a childhood staple that, it was dinner time and it was time to watch Wheel of Fortune. And I don't know. It's kind of like when Bob Barker retired from Price is Right. It was just like somebody that was just, a long-standing person in a show. To see him leave, I think the show is going to be completely different. I don't know who that got as his replacement, but I do know that there's been a while back, and I do not have this article pulled up and didn't research it, that Vanna said that she would be leaving too if she didn't match almost the same salary as Pat Sajak. She's been there just as long, standing in her heels and her dresses and all of that. But tonight was his farewell.
That's crazy.
Of Wheel of Fortune.
I got a couple things to talk about this because I watch Wheel of Fortune every night with my family while we eat dinner. My wife records it.
Yep.
My wife records it and then plays it back when we're eating. I got a couple questions. I'm probably put a poll up. But should Vanna White be paid the same amount as Pat Sajak? I don't believe so. Okay, my reason is this: he's like the host. I seen him go up there and throw the show and jokes like he's working the crowd, y'all. It's not easy to run a live show or a taping whatsoever. And Vanna White, she's up there, being eye candy. Let's be honest. And I don't think that she should get paid the same amount as him. It's not like they're both two parts of the show. He's doing most of the work. So I think him getting a little bit more of the cut is right. I'm gonna put a poll up. Should they be paid equally? I don't think so. Just from knowing how shows run, it's one thing to run it and then one thing doing what she does. Even though, salute her for, it's a woman up there. She's a American Idol, for lack of better words, and she did the damn thing. But I think that he should get paid a little bit more probably, but I digress. The other point is go ahead.
I was just going to say she makes $3 million per year, but they do multiple tapings in one day. So she gets paid $3 million a year for 48 days of work. It averages out to about $10,416 per episode and $62,000 per day.
Ooh.
What does he make?
Let me look him up real quick and see what he makes while you put on your. You had another thing.
Yeah, I'll say something. I would tell you this. So I don't know if $3 million is enough though. I mean, to us, to the brokies, $3 million is a lot of money. But let's be honest, on a nationally syndicated television show where they're using your likeness and your image, for a long time, I don't think $3 million is enough. Lib, you think that's enough?
That's out. I'm not gonna lie, that is completely out of my pay range. I'll have to come back to that next year when I'm rich too. Let me get a couple 100,000, $1 million first, and then I'll come back.
But Lib, let's be honest. I'm just saying like this, bro. Based on them being on TV every day, they're making money on the show with the sponsors. I don't think $3 million is enough for someone like Vanna White, bro. I think she should. I would say maybe 10, maybe 20 mil, a year.
He only makes $15 million, so it should be somewhere in between what he makes. I mean, 5 times less than what he makes is a lot of money. I mean, she should at least make like half of what he makes.
True, I agree.
You know why I say that, Nino? I say that because I'm not sure how much they make per year. So I can't really give an actual in-depth analysis or, because I'm not sure how much they make from the show.
Chrissy just said that. Tell them again, Chrissy. I'm sorry.
How much?
Vanna makes $3 million per year, but they do 288 episodes per year, but they stack episodes, so they do multiple tapings in one day, and then it gets spread out to us to watch daily. So it says that she makes $3 million a year, and Pat makes they only work about 48 days a year, and Pat Sajak makes $15 million a year. So it's a 5 times difference in their pay.
Okay, I got a new poll up, y'all. Should Vanna get the same pay as Pat? So Christy, he makes 15 mil, she makes 3 mil, correct?
Yeah, she makes 3 mil. He makes 15 mil,
Okay.
and the one thing that I just want everybody to know about Pat is that he is very far right in the political
Oh,
movement,
hell yeah.
and I was not even aware of that until just like right now.
Okay, thank you. So he's probably a Trumper like us. Salute Pat Sajak. I like the guy.
Hell yeah.
This is a great subject because, like I said, we
He
watch it.
doesn't believe he doesn't believe in global warming, and is a right winger.
Okay, I'm
Wait,
gonna.
did y'all say how? What I was saying is I don't know how much the show makes per year, so
Oh,
I don't have enough information to compare how much they
Chris,
make.
that out. Christy will find it out. How much does the show make, Christy? Let me make my point. Hold on.
Okay.
So this good point. And then shout out Sad Girl said, "What's the taxes on 3 million?" Right, man, 1.5. Let's just cut it in half. 1.5 to Uncle Sam. I'll say this though.
They earn 100 million per year in revenue.
Oh hell no.
Holy.
Oh, look, maybe I'll be honest. The numbers for I got my gardener's outside.
And it did,
Go ahead.
Nino, while you're saying that real quick, it did say that until Sajak gave his like resignation that he was retiring, that was the first time that Vanna had received a raise in 18 years.
Damn.
Oh, that ain't right. Wow.
Nino, you should be the new host.
Hey, can you imagine?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest though.
Oh, Ryan Seacrest is the one that's going to replace him.
Oh damn.
Oh hell no.
Who does all of the Kardashian? He was like kind of like the executive producer with Chris and Kim of all the Kardashian shows.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I've heard good things about Ryan Seacrest. Now, I forgot. I was listening to an awesome. Hey, what up, brother Alex Ponce in the comments? God bless you, brother. Shout out Alexander Ponce, Diamond member on Nino Radio, man, top dog right there. Any plumbing services you need, get a hold of Alexander Ponce out there in the greater Florida area. Christy, is that correct? Christy.
Oh, I'm sorry, I had muted myself.
It's all good.
He's about an hour from me in Florida, and I know that he's dealing with the same kind of heat that you're dealing with, Nino. It is hot out there.
My bad, y'all. Excuse me. Y'all see me eating ice. I don't have low iron deficiency. I'm not an ice freak, but man, I'm in West Texas in this little studio, and I got an AC. It's double insulated, man. You could live back here really, but the heat in Texas is something else. Over 100 degrees every day this week. I got the AC on, I got the fan running, and I got to be eating ice, y'all. It's not like it's like crazy hot in here for me, but to keep my temperature down with the AC running and lights, camera, action, I got to eat a little bit of ice to keep me going. So shout out my boy Alexander Ponce in the Florida area. Hit him up for any plumbing calls. He's a great guy, and he's just like us. So back to what I was saying. So the show's making 100 million. Let's break it down real quick as a content creator. 100 million, right? I got the poll up, y'all. Should Vanna White be paid the same amount as Pat Sajak? Please vote on YouTube. But the show making 100 million, right? They're paying him 15 mil, her 3 mil. I think looking at these numbers as the content creator, as far as them utilizing them and the work they do and them being put everywhere in front of people's TV. I mean, they're using their likeness. Amen. So I would say he's about right. I would say 15 million, right? Because they got to pay for a lot of stuff, y'all. They got a lot of overhead, I would imagine, too. I mean, they're doing a lot of things, they're giving away things. It costs money for the cameras and the feeds and the everything content. So I think he's about right, 15 mil. I think she should be about, part like Christy said, maybe half of what he makes. Christy, let's be honest, at least half of what he makes, right? He should be at least 7 mil, 8 mil.
Absolutely. And I think that, I was trying to do some research on by the time you pay your cameraman, like we're talking about, and you pay for the electricity, I'm sure that they have to rent out or lease whatever film set that they're using. I mean, I know that they have overhead costs and all of that, but yeah, I mean, you bring in 100 mil per year and you pay Pat 15. I mean, she should be at least somewhere close to that. She's been not to get a raise for 18 years. That's like almost like a slap in the face. 18 years. That's a lot of dedication and loyalty.
But let's be honest, though. I hate to say it like this, right? But what do they really do? right?
Hold on, Nina.
Hold on,
Get
y'all.
that.
You're standing on thin ice.
Let me. I get I get that. I get that. But at the same time, it's like you said, they signed up. They are what made that show. They signed
True.
up to host this and all of that. And I mean, if you know that your company is making 100 million per year and you've been there for however many years since 82 and you haven't had a raise in 18 years and you're making 3 million, Pat's making 15, that still leaves 82 million. I think, is that right? Am I doing my math right? 82. That leaves 82 million in profit per year. And you know that just even say that they have $30,000 or 30 million a year in an overhead or whatever, they're still coming away with a huge profit. And these people have like put in their time for it.
Let's be honest.
That's just my opinion.
Sarah has a good question. Hey, Lib, read Sarah's question, Lib, and give us your thoughts. You've been kind of quiet over there. I'm holding you up, Lib. So read her comment, please, and give the people your perspective on this, Lib, because I want to say some more because I'm a fan of this show. I watch it. Now, if they do sometimes push some degenerate guest on there, you catch my drift, y'all. I'm like, my son's like, damn, Dad, another one? Like they're when they say who they're married to.
Get them out of here.
Hold on, right? Hey, but whenever they say who they're married to, when a man's up there, I'm married to my wife for 30 years. I'm like, oh, thank God. And then the woman says, I'm married to my husband. I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Yeah,
like
right.
almost every night they'll be putting some perverts up there, and I just say it like that. Go ahead, Lib, your thoughts, and read Sarah's question if you don't mind. Go ahead.
Oh, first of all, not only do I not mind reading Sarah's question, it would be an absolute honor. Hi, Sarah. Okay. Anyways, she's my favorite on here. Okay, her question is, she says, is it a little different that she hasn't had a raise in 18 years? And she was asking, has he had a raise and has she not had a raise in that time frame? Does anybody know that information? I just want to add in. I mean, also, you got to think about it. I'm sure maybe those people are like, hey, you know what? Keep the extra funds and give extra to these other people, these other families. Sometimes they don't, just like Keanu Reeves. He could have gotten a significantly higher amount, but he chose to give all of his bonuses to the special effects team. So sometimes it's these people who volunteer some of the pay. Say, you know what? Take care of these people. I have enough. Make sure they're good. I just want to put that out there. Sometimes it's them who object to being paid more and they want to break a little extra bread with these people, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay. I'll say this. Shout out Kim Rangel. God bless you, sis. She has an interesting point, and I agree with this. She says, that's okay. Well, hold on. I need to read it in this kind of further back. My bad. Pat and Vanna keep America watching. They need to be compensated accordingly. I'm going to be honest. When you look back in history, especially with content, I'm always saying content creators, right? They're stars of the show. But I think they were underpaid. I think for someone, and look, and I know that they're not doing like manual labor. They're not out there, breaking their backs in the oil field or wherever, right? Washing dishes, who knows? But I'm just saying their likeness is going to be in the threads of American history. You know what I'm saying, y'all? Like, these people kept it clean. They kept it professional. I hardly ever hear a dirty joke on there. Pat will kind of, segue. He knows. I like how he does his show because he's not too weird. When people get weird on the panel or whatever, he knows how to deflect, y'all. This guy, the way he operates, like I said, I got on my own show. I know how it is, having to perform in front of people and do it in a certain way with integrity and honor and respect, whatever. I like how this guy operates. Then he's a right sider like us, even better. But the point is, like I said, they are interwoven into the thread of Americana, right? Like the entertainment. They're going to be in the entertainment history books, for lack of better words. So I do think they should be compensated, like Kim says, and probably that not that much, but if not more than currently, because they are, pop icons. Go ahead, Christy. Sorry.
That's right. Vanna did agree to a 2-year contract extension, and Ryan Seacrest fought for her to stay on as the host. Said he could absolutely not see himself doing the show without her.
Chris, so she's still going to be on the show, and Ryan Seacrest take it over?
Yeah. That's what I said just a minute ago. Yeah.
W Queen. And that.
and said that because of that and his insistence on her being on the show with him, that's the reason she got the pay increase. It does not say how much it was. He said that he's known her for a long time and that they have become very good friends, and he could not imagine anyone taking her place while he is the host.
And I'm gonna be honest, y'all.
I think that's pretty awesome.
Okay, yeah. Alexander Ponce says it's always been a decent show. I agree. But let's get, man, there's so much I could talk about this, y'all, because I love this show. We watch it every day at dinner, y'all. I'm gonna watch Ryan Seacrest because, like I said, I've heard good things about him on an interview lately. They said that he's a pro. They got people in his ear, right, when he's doing the live show on American Idol, whatever, and he got to wing it. It's like you're carrying a conversation, and you got people in your ear telling you 10 seconds to commercial break. Here's this factor. Here's, you know what I'm saying? That guy, they said he's like a master at being an MC or a host, should I say? So salute Ryan. I haven't seen nothing, no dirt on his name, and I appreciate celebrities that can uphold morality and a good name in the entertainment industry. Let's be honest, y'all. We should tip our hats to those that are not like Diddy or anybody with these weird ass allegations. I digress. But the point is, I gotta ask this question: Is or when will Vanna White be too old to do her Thug Thizzle, y'all? Let's be honest. Should she be replaced for someone younger? Okay, I'm not trying to be a weirdo here. It's just this question. Or should they allow her to just go out there, and her pass, I don't know, sis, Christy, somebody help me out here. You know what I'm trying to say, y'all? Like, when should she be replaced as far as her age? Christy.
Never.
Okay, Christy, you go first.
She's a queen, Nino. Stop it.
I just think that whenever somebody has been that loyal to the show, that they should have a chance to retire officially, unless you're talking about somebody like Joe Biden that can't do his job. She's and I just think that, like her loyalty to him through the year, or to the show, to Pat Sajak, and now to Ryan Seacrest has like just shown through. It says that Ryan Seacrest is a huge Trump supporter, and I just think that it'll be a good segue. Like, I don't know, to take both, to like lose both of them at the same time. I don't know that the show would survive it.
Your thoughts, Lib? Go ahead. Yeah, thank you, sis. Go ahead, Lib.
Look, I'm not a misogynist. I just want to say she's just as beautiful now as she was in the beginning. That's all I want to say about that. She's a queen, Nino. Let's keep her, okay?
My boy said...
Wait, she's 67? I ain't gonna lie, damn, she does look good for 67.
No,
let's be honest, for real.
I'll be honest, not being a perv, but when I see her on stage, she don't look like an old lady. And to be honest, there's nothing wrong being old, ladies and gentlemen, right? Amen.
We'll get old one day.
We would hope so. But I would even say this. Yeah, right. I would say this, right? I guess the good answer here for the money and the ratings is to say this. Get rid of her tomorrow. Get rid of her yesterday. Put a younger woman up there to attract more audience members or whatever, or a bigger crowd. And I'm wondering why they haven't done so. Do they think, or do they know that she is a staple on the show, and if they replace her, maybe they will lose a lot of the audience? Or are they waiting for a lot of the boomers to, retire, the rest? I'm just saying this, though. I would say to let her stay as long as she wants or whatever, but even if she's an older woman, I think if they will let her stay until she's granny status, even though she might even be a grandma by now, I'm just saying that would be a great thing to see. This show allow this woman to retire when she wants, even if she's walking up there very older, right? Even though she probably wouldn't want, I don't know what kind of image she wants to portray or how she wants people to remember her. But I'm just saying it would be nice to see a wholesome show like Wheel of Fortune to let this woman, still be up there even at a very older age. And I'm talking about even, another 10 years probably if she's wanted. I'm just saying I think that'd be a good wholesome image to show the rest of the world that we don't have to have these these half-naked women or these symbols up there. You catch my drift, Christy? Do you know what I'm saying here? Go ahead.
No, I completely agree. I mean, I just think that people look at her as a staple. She's absolutely gorgeous. Never heard any smut on her name either. And Hefe disagrees with us. He says he thinks a Mexican weather girl should be her replacement. but yeah, no, I just think that definitely, you know, she's just been a part of the show. If you have somebody like Ryan Seacrest, who has, I mean, he has proven like his success from American Idol to the executive, regardless of what people think about the Kardashians. Nino, you and I have talked about this. Their lights, their cameras, everything is 100% legit. Like it looks like you're staying in their living room. Everything is so clear. And I think with somebody like him coming out and saying, "Hey, I don't want to do this show without her," I think that just says a lot.
Go ahead, Lib.
No, I completely agree. And, you know, all jokes aside, I mean, she's an integral part of the show. You know what I mean? And I agree. She's a staple, and obviously everybody loves her. And if anything, there would probably be backlash, severe backlash, if they just canned her for some young bimbo. Okay? We don't need a ring girl. We don't need a bleep. Keep this queen on board. I salute her. Okay? Leave the bimbos for the sports, okay? She's a queen. That's all I gotta say.
Nah, Hefe wants a Mexican a Mexican
But, you know, the only person I'd say that could replace her is Sarah from the comments. That's the only person I would ever say could do her job just as well.
Liv, don't get
Sarah. Okay,
don't,
there we go.
Don't get us in trouble over here, Lib. Anyways, okay, y'all. So let us know. I got a new poll up, y'all. Should they replace Vanna? Yes or no? The old poll done passed. And Chris, you got the numbers on that real quick or not? I can find it real quick if you don't have it. Let's see here. Should Vanna be paid the same as Pat? No, 61% says, and yes, 38% says. So there it is. Anyways, let's see.
Yeah.
So let's continue, y'all. I just want to say this. This is bad news. When Chrissy told me that this was happening, I said we got to cover it because, like I said, I watch this stuff. You know, whenever we eat dinner, it's gonna be crazy. Whenever the new host comes aboard, hopefully Ryan does a good job. But me and my family, we love to watch Wheel of Fortune. We eat dinner at the table in the kitchen, and my wife puts it on the recording for the same day, and we love Wheel of Fortune, y'all. It's a good show. I think, I don't know how y'all would operate on there, but I think a lot of people get nervous. I think I would get nervous. Bunch of lights, camera, and action. But again, I wish I could stay on this topic longer, but we got more topics. But again, Wheel of Fortune is it's probably the only show that I watch ever because I don't really watch TV. I watch it with my kids. And like I said, it's a great show. And I applaud them and salute Pat Sajak, Trumper like us and leaving in the sunset. And Vanna White's going to stay on board. Hopefully she gets a raise. Christy, let me ask you this, though. Is Ryan Seacrest, what are they paying him? Do you know?
Let me see if I can find that out. I know that they said that Pat Sajak's emotional farewell tonight was they said it was very emotional. Let me see if I can find Ryan Seacrest salary for Wheel of Fortune.
I like what that girl says. Great show for children.
They're paying him off at 20. They started him off at $28 million per year. What a slap in the face to Sajak and Vanna.
Whoa! What the hell?
Almost double what Pat Sajak was making. He was making $15 a year. They're starting Ryan Seacrest off at $28 million a year.
Nah, I would be pissed off if that was me.
I would too.
Wow.
Someone says she'll get replaced by an AI robot.
You know what? Don't give him no ideas.
Absolutely, that could happen.
Man, you know what? This is crazy. We spent more time on this topic than I wanted to, but I'm glad we did because I'm a fan of the show. And I can't wait to tell my wife this stuff I just learned right now. Lib, you need to clip this up there, and we need to post this ASAP on the YouTube.
I'm glad because Sarah just said she loves me, so I'm glad too. We stayed on the topic. We love you too, Sarah. Don't worry, Queen.
Okay, so next topic, y'all. That's crazy. I can't even believe that. We're going to move on to the next topic, which is going to be a celebrity passing away. Well, where's it at? My bad, y'all. Boom, right here. 2 Live Crew rapper passes away from massive heart attack. Brother Marquise. Christy, what's the info on this?
Never mind, I won't say it. Did he take the blink?
Oh. Hold on, Nino. It just completely froze on me whenever I was getting all the info pulled up. I know that it was from a massive heart attack.
Wow.
Yeah. It's not pulling up for me. Why? So it was TMZ reported 4 days ago that Marquise was dead at the age of 58. Said that he passed away from a massive heart attack. And that, of course, there was no foul play suspected. His real name is Mark Ross. He wasn't a founding member of the iconic rap group, but he helped cement it in the 80s and 90s of hip hop, joining DJ Mr. Mix, Fresh Kid, Ice, and Luke Skywalker in 1986.
Man, I'll tell you what, those screw 2 Live Crew, degenerate music. We're just covering it because it's it's a trending topic here. But I think that the music they made was some of the most wicked, perverse music that was a detriment to society. Same thing with rap music, just horrible topics and filth and trash. And then the exploits these guys did. I hope this guy was born again, because if not, the rest. But the point is, kind of music is wicked, filth, trash, and I'm glad that I didn't grow up listening to this crap. Many did, and this opened up the gateway for more degenerate music and more degenerate filth being streamed on all radio stations, and they're happy about it. Let's be honest, y'all. A lot of people that like this culture and
Look at his face.
yeah, they love it. And I'm gonna tell you one thing. There's Vlad, y'all. This one thing I like about Vlad. They call him the culture vulture, but you know what? He's smart. Step your game up. Brown and black people, you don't like Vlad doing it, but this guy right here, this shows you right here. This kind of what I want to start doing, y'all, is getting interviews with people in the studio. But Vlad, he starts interviewing people like this. He has it on his channel. He makes money on it, and now he has basically what do you call this? Lib, like his documented interview and life story on his channel. So who really prospers at the end? Someone like Vlad that has the content of this guy, that just passed. So I think Vlad is pretty smart with what he does with his content, because like I said, he's like basically capturing a moment in time and interviewing people that might not be here. And even when Vlad passes, his channel will still be making money for his family. So, there's the flashback of Brother Marquise getting interviewed by DJ Vlad. I don't like Vlad. He's a Christ rejecter, but I do respect his hustle. Your thoughts on this whole situation, Lib? Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be honest, I've never heard of 2 Live, but I'll take your word for it that they're degenerate. And I agree with what you said about, wait, go ahead.
I said, oh, wow, I am old.
Yeah, I feel I've never heard of 2 Live, but I agree with your assumption. I also agree with what you said about Vlad. And I'll just keep it that, but I do respect his hustle. Christy will have a better insight than me, so I'll pass it on her.
Hold on, Lib. You said you never heard of 2 Live Crew ever?
No. They're not that live to me because I've never heard about them.
Hey, Christy, I guess to be honest, Christy's older than me. Not to start throwing you under the bus. It's not a flame, but no, but hold on. It is true. No, but Christy, 2 Live Crew. I mean, it was in with my generation. I don't even know if it was. Let's be honest, Christy. You don't have to answer this, but was it in your generation, sis? Do you remember this group?
Of course.
Christy, it's a trap.
Yeah. I'm not a grandmother yet, if anybody cares, and I better not be for at least another 8 to 10 years. And that's all I'm giving out about my age.
Or at least 5. Come on, sis, 5 years. Come on now.
No, because he won't even be completely finished with college yet. So we'll say 6. I'll give it 6 years. I'll say 6 years. But no, they did. The one thing about his autopsy report is it showed no substances at all in his body. It was just a natural massive heart attack. Happens to people. He was 58. But yeah, 2 Live Crew was a huge part of my culture.
Well, you're from Florida.
I mean, you're talking. Yeah, and you're talking about you go back to Too Short and 2 Live Crew and all of that. Yeah, that was just that was the jam back in the day. Can't even lie. Is it degenerate now? I mean, I could still sing every song or every word to Too Short songs. And
it's forward, please.
Hey, Christy, hold on. And just a flashback for Lib. What are some songs that he made? Because Hefe said that Lib ain't American. If you don't know,
wow.
The thing about them that I kind of remember, they got banned in the USA.
So a bunch of them, A bunch of them I can't really say like the name. Like Throw the D is one of them.
Oh, hell no.
P is another one.
Throw the D? Like
Re-
D word? Oh my God.
I see, and I can't. Well, I mean, I guess I could say the word. It's not going to get us flagged. But I know, Liv, that you have heard that rap song. I can't say it. I'm too embarrassed to even say it.
Well, I'll say
We got your back.
I think the one.
Ooh, me so.
Oh,
Ooh, me so.
honey. Me so honey.
Yes,
That's their
yeah.
song. You never heard that one, Liv?
I've probably heard that before. Yeah, I think I heard that.
They sampled the infamous point from that movie. I think Full Metal Jacket, when that lady is telling him, "Oh, me so HORNY," and they clipped it.
Begrudgingly, I've heard it.
Okay, so him and they made songs like Humpback, Hoochie Mama. Yeah, they make like music that's like up tempo, kind of Miami drum and bass, basically. And they're the pioneers.
It definitely was club vibes. Like, I mean, you think of 21-year-olds going into hip hop clubs and things like that. I mean, that definitely was just the vibe back then. Absolutely.
Hey, Chrissy, shout out Chris Valdez says free Trump, not Los. Let's go. I need to make a shirt. Free Trump, not SPM. He's talking about Los.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hey, dub in the chat for my boy Chris Valdez. I like that comment. Free. He said just join. I'm gonna put that up there again, y'all. Free Trump, not Los. Talking about that pervert SPM, y'all. Screw that pervert Carlos Coy. I digress. So back to Two Live Crew. They were the pioneers with music, very freaky kind of Atlanta / Florida music back in the day. The Freaknik and all this weird stuff, but they were in the 80s and 90s. Very popular band, and they were very vulgar, and they got banned, I believe, back in when music could get banned, if you believe so or not. And their stuff was pretty degenerate for at that time period. Now you got Sexy Red and all these weirdos, Sukiana and all this other stuff. It's all degenerate filth, in my opinion. But this guy passed away. Now, did he get the the jizzab? I don't know. 58, Chrissy. Let's be honest, sis. Chat. Is 58 a year? Someone's age, is it normal for someone to have a massive heart attack at 58? I would think not, y'all. Go ahead, sis.
I just had one of my friends that was a little bit older than me that died. One of my high school friends that died of a massive heart attack on the beach, was vacationing with her family in Florida, and literally had a massive heart attack on the beach, and she was 51. So yeah, I mean, it happens, unfortunately. Especially if you don't, I mean, anybody can have heart issues at any age. My dad was 34 whenever he flatlined in the barber chair. He was president of a bank. Yeah, he was president of a bank and went in between his lunch hours to go to the local barber and get a haircut, and he flatlined and found out that he had an arrhythmia, an electrical malfunction in his heart, and he has like a permanent pacemaker now and things like that. I had to be checked for it. My son had to be checked for it to make sure, because it's very hereditary. But yeah, wow. I mean, it happens a lot more than people realize.
I'm going to say this. Think about your heart, y'all. How hard does your heart actually pump every freaking second? Praise God. We don't believe in this weirdo, what everybody else believes. We believe what the Bible says, like God created us wonderfully. Amen. And we're masterpieces. Let's be honest, y'all. This is a masterpiece. You're looking at it. Not just playing, but seriously, look at yourself in the mirror, man. No matter how ugly or beautiful you think you are, or you really are, whatever, you are a masterpiece made by the hand of God. Amen. I'm just saying, though. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
It just says Mayo Clinic, which everybody knows is one of the leading medical hospitals. They have locations everywhere. It says that men age 45 and women over the age of 55 are more likely to have heart attacks or massive heart attacks than younger people. It says that people under 40 are experiencing heart attacks more often now, though, with a 2% increase over the last decade. Well, we know why. We use pesticides. We use all these preservatives. Most of us live a sedentary lifestyle. We have been given medicines, and that's all I'm saying about that were promised to be good for us and have not been. And, pharmaceuticals live off of these types of things. So, yep.
Well, let's be honest, y'all, and I'm gonna say it. I don't eat the best. I don't sleep the best, and the rest, y'all. It's tough. Taking care of your family, running multiple businesses, wife, kids. I mean, when do you really have time for yourself? I think a lot of people that go to the gym, I'm going to be honest. I think sometimes it can come off as being selfish. But then again, some people, they want to go to the gym and preserve themselves for their family. That way they'll be here longer. But then again, y'all, when your time is up, your time is up. Because I even know there's some people that are healthy that work out that they croak too. So, I mean, it's inevitable. Passing away is inevitable. But I just trip out sometimes and thinking about. I try not to think about it, right? How our organs and our body functions. How close are we to death every day? If you really think about it, y'all, and thank God for the grace and mercy He gives us every day to continue living and breathing and operating. With these, with this flesh. This flesh is just out of shape sometimes or unhealthy. The flesh, it gets corrupted throughout years of living life, especially if you choose the wrong decisions and drink and smoke and do things that can, make your life expectancy lower. Go ahead, sis.
And so, my mom being a registered nurse they took my dad to the local hospital and they said nothing was wrong, that to go home, he just must have had the flu or something. My mom was like, my dad flatlined 3 times trying to get to the hospital. That's not just a common cold or the flu, and took him to a big city hospital. And they happened to catch it on EKG when they were doing the telemetry on him and all of that, and that telemetry on him and all of that, and that telemetry on him and all of that, and that
my bad.
That telemetry on him and all of that, and that
My bad.
That telemetry on him and all of that, and that. Oh, that's okay. But anyway, it says that Mayo said that as your age increases, especially for people of color and individuals over 65, the increase of heart attacks and massive heart attacks happen. So yeah.
Wow, amen. My bad, y'all. I want to check the Twitch feed. They're streaming us over there. Yeah, y'all. Thank God. Yeah, it's crazy, y'all. Thanks for that info, Christy. Liberty Dragon. Any final words before we move on to the final subject, which is Trump? Amen. Shout out Virginia Hernandez. Hefe says, "Repent while you can." Nobody says I'm going to die today. That's true. I mean, I always say it.
That's right.
No one's promised tomorrow, not even the night. Final words, Liv. Go ahead.
I agree with that sentiment, and I know we're all living our own lives, and I know that the world is only getting harder, and inflation is only increasing, and they're making every single action much more difficult than it has been in the past few decades. But keep this in mind, and the words of one of my mentors, shout out Top G, Andrew Tate. Like he said, God blessed us with these bodies. And think about it, if you were God, and I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I'm trying. I'm on my journey, and I'm about to have a super 6-pack, and y'all going to see it's going to be beautiful very soon. But imagine if you're God and you blessed them with a beautiful mind and a body, and they never took care of it. They never even tried. They ate the worst. I think it's a shame because God blessed us with these meat vessels that we're in. You know what I'm saying? Blessed us to be able to walk, to be able to talk. And I think it's a shame for a lot of people to die without knowing the full extent of what their body can achieve. I just want to add, I think that also Socrates said that, or Plato, or someone like that. They said that it's a shame for a man to die without knowing the full extent or the capability of beauty in his body. So I just want to put that out there. We all got to go through our 6-pack journey one of these days, okay? Maybe life is getting hard and tough, but you got to dial in it at some point. Let's be honest. You can't be a fatty for the rest of your life. Damn it. Dial in, lock in, let's get it. Ching.
Okay. And final topic of the night, y'all. This is probably one of the biggest ones. Trump. Now, this is very interesting. Let me get to my Facebook feed. Y'all follow me on Facebook. Breaking. Judge Merkin sends letter to parties in New York Trump case notifying them that this comment was left on their Facebook page before the verdict. Now, is this a nothing burger? We don't know. It says, my cousin is a juror and says Trump is getting convicted. And thank you, folks, for all your hard work. People are pissed. This is the biggest story on conservative talking head channels. And I'll try to go to the comments. I don't know if it's going to really pop up over here, but here's the actual signed letter. Yeah, I can't even show it on here the way it crops it, but I'll read it to you, basically saying that, someone's validity is what the hell? That they're actually saying that there's some truth to this actual statement, and they're saying they want this trial to be a mistrial. Your thoughts, Lib, and we're talking about Russia too. I forgot about Russia, but go ahead, Lib. Your thoughts on this? Can this be grounds for a mistrial? Was this trial on the up and up? Go ahead, Liberty.
Yeah, you know what? I just want to say, first of all, I think it's necessary we make a meme putting the judge right next to Lord Farquaad from Shrek, because the resemblance is uncanny. When your judge is Lord Farquaad, the hope is kind of low. Let's be honest. No, this dude's done a lot of dirty tactics in the courtroom, of course, and he even instructed the jurors that they should say guilty. And honestly, I don't doubt this. It's not a nothing burger, but I do think nothing is going to come from this, if I'm being honest, because it's he says, she says, and who's to say it wasn't just some random troll like, hey, my cousin, like, people are going to be like, hey, my cousin's Nino America, and you're like, who's this guy? My cousin's Liberty Drake. Well, I don't know who that guy is, right? So even if it wasn't a nothing burger, I don't think anything's going to come from him, if I'm being honest.
Okay,
Lord Farquaad got this round.
Lord Farquaad 1, Trump 0. Christian, I'm passing to you, but real quick, I'm gonna say this. Good point, bro. Anybody can make a post on Facebook or comment, right? If we sat there and listened to our trolls and haters, we'd probably be out in the back whipping ourselves. I don't know. They're horrible.
No, I'm kidding.
But the point is this: is this enough for a mistrial? Are they even listening to us? I don't know, Chrissy. Your thoughts? Go ahead.
I mean, I think it's definitely being looked into for it to make breaking news, and for Judge Merchan to say that, or however you say his name. He sent a letter to the prosecution and defense attorneys that says, my cousin a jury, and says Trump is getting convicted, heart emoji. Thank you, folks, for all your hard work the day before the guilty verdict came out.
Damn.
I think that, I think that it'll be searched into. Like Liv said, it could be a troll, it could be anybody. But if it's not, then we got big problems if this is not considered a mistrial.
Amen. And we'll continue from that to this. Now, Liv, this is crazy, y'all. And I don't want to put some fear out there, but Liv, let's talk about this Russia situation, Liv. This was all on you. You brought this to the table.
Taking it too.
What's going on with Russia? And I'm going to fix your camera, bro. Give me a minute. But what's going on with Russia, Lib? Go ahead.
Yeah, we're going to have to clip this up and put Cold War 2.0.
Wow.
Question mark. Russia just sent several warships, and a nuclear submarine over to the coast of Cuba, which, as if you're not a complete dummy-wummy, you'll know that that's not too far from Florida, obviously, why they have so many Cubans. So wow. This is a heightened escalation. But let's take a step back. Do we really, I'm not saying this was the right thing to do, but do we really blame Russia for being so defensive? When and just like what's going on in Ukraine, a lot of people fundamentally misunderstand what it's all about. What it's really about is United States encroaching and NATO encroaching and trying to get into Russia and change how Russia is fundamentally. And as we see, just like that coup that the United States backed in 2014, because if you didn't know, a lot of people in Ukraine were very close with the Russians and how they were before 2014, before the CIA and the FBI, most of the CIA, funded the opposition in Ukraine to overthrow them, to put a more pro-West, pro-USA puppet inside of there, and that only created turmoil. They made an uprising against the Russians that wasn't necessarily organic, and I think it's a shame. I don't blame Russia for being defensive, but this is not good news for us, especially when you have dummies like Sleepy Joe, and that's why they demonize Trump, but Trump was right. We need to be friends with these people. Who cares what people say? Don't go with Kim Jong-un. This is about peace for the world. Are we expected to overthrow every government and make them bend to our will and do as we say? Sometimes we just have to be friends with people and make them respect us. As long as they respect our nation, sometimes that's for the best.
Man, good summary. I'm gonna say this real quick, y'all, because I don't know if we understand this. I don't know if I understand this, but it says update: Russian fleet of warships are headed to Havana to conduct war games in the Caribbean. Port calls across South America as Russia moves into the Western Hemisphere. Christy, your thoughts? Go ahead.
I just know that, from Miami to Cuba, it's 485 miles.
That ain't nothing.
Nothing, especially everything that they are sending. They're sending Russian warships, including a nuclear sub, a missile frigate, and they are expecting.
Sorry, go ahead.
Should arrive in Cuba next week. I know that it's supposed to have all kinds of, ammunition and weaponry and everything to be used if needed. And can y'all take it somewhere else besides this close to Florida, please?
Yeah. Lib, let me ask you this. Lib, you kind of more, astute to this than I am. I text Jesse Lopez to call in. I don't know if he will. He knows a lot more about this. What are the chances, Lib? So, give us a scenario, Lib. What could end up happening? Probably the worst case scenario. Liberty, go ahead.
Well, the worst case scenario is the State Department really starts to pick at Russia. And let's be honest, if the State Department and the United States and our foreign policy wasn't so anti-Putin, anti-Russia, there was really be no reason for this to even happen. But it seems like they're trying to provoke a war. And, we all have our disagreements with the history of Russia and possibly the Bolsheviks and, what happened in the last century. But Putin is no Bolshevik, and Putin is not that. And let's be honest, if you look at Europe, Russia right now is one of the most conservative places, one of the only actual European countries that's upholding traditions and not allowing this modernism to infect their people. So that's why they really want to take down Russia, because how dare you resist the New World Order? How dare you resist our agendas to cripple the communities, destroy the nuclear families? So say what you want about Putin. Nobody's perfect, but he's holding together the traditions of Russia. He's holding together the nuclear family, and he's encouraging great behaviors in Russia. That's why they hate him so much, and that's the truth.
That man is right.
Okay, Jesse Lopez. Jesse Lopez.
Yeah.
Let's go. Hey. What's up, Jesse? Okay.
What's up, brother?
All right.
Give that guy a cigar. That man is right.
Yeah.
Jesse Lopez, let everybody know who you are. It's Jesse Lopez. We love to have him on the show. Let him know real quick. Intro, Jesse Lopez. Go ahead.
Hey, Jesse Lopez, mega patriot here, 20-year Navy retired corrections juvenile probation officer. Hey, that guy is right, man.
What's
about Russia?
Okay, Jesse, give us the breakdown, because they say they're 480 miles from Florida. Is that what you said, Christy?
Yeah. Yes, 485 miles.
So what's up with
it's how far Cuba is from Florida.
Okay, so there's Russian warships over there. Jesse, give us your breakdown, your great analysis on this situation. Jesse Lopez, go ahead.
Now, the Russia warships, they let them in from Cuba, right? Cuba let them go over there, and supposedly they're going to make a port of call in Cuba. And it's like, that happened about a few days ago, about a week ago, when the ship was first noticed down there. And then I posted about this. Anybody remember what JFK did when the Russians were trying to take missiles into Cuba during the Bay of Pigs? I was at elementary school, man, when that stuff happened. They were training us to climb underneath the desks in case they shot the
What?
missiles from Cuba. That's right.
Jesse, hold on. The missiles from Cuba, but you're in Texas, right?
That's right. So guess what's guess what?
Everyone.
Go ahead, Jesse.
The Gulf Coast, along with all along the Mississippi, Florida, all of that Gulf Coast was close to Cuba as far as the missiles were concerned that Russia was taking down there during the Bay of Pigs, and JFK shut them down, Trump style. He shut them down Trump style. He sent the Navy out there. And it said, if you cross this line, we're going at it.
Ooh.
And they turned back. But right now, what they're trying to do, this is what's happening right now. They're letting Russia go over there because the Navy could stop them if they wanted to, if the administration wanted them to stop going over there. But they don't want them to stop going over there because they want to make Russia into the bad guy, just like what that young man was saying right there. It's like there's this Russian guy over at my gym that I talk to every day, and then I've been watching videos about the living conditions in Russia. Do you know that they're deporting illegal immigrants that sneak into the country in Russia by the
W. Putin.
Well, you know that Putin said that any American that wanted to come over and seek refuge from America and wanted to live a conservative Christian lifestyle, that he would accept them in with no problem.
Oh, yeah. He said that. And he also made a couple of comments a couple of days ago. He said that verdict that you had in New York was the fall of the democracy in the United States.
Wow. And Jesse, let's segue to that real quick. We just talked about the mistrial. Your thoughts on that? Lib said that it's probably not a nothing burger, but nothing's going to come out of that actual Facebook post. Your thoughts on, that said post, the mistrial of Trump? Are we going to get anything out of it? We know it's a sham trial since the beginning. Your thoughts on that real quick before we continue with Russia. This is pretty crazy with Russia. Go ahead, Jesse.
Well, it's like I was surprised when I saw that post, right? And it's like the breaking news all over the place, and it's like the guy claims to be a shit poster. That's what he calls himself. He tries to just create chaos wherever he posts his stuff, whether it's true or not. So who knows what's going to come up out of that. But one thing that's strange is if it was really that much of a fake story, why would the judge take the time to send an official letter from the court to both the defense and to the prosecuting attorneys? I saw the letter.
Yeah, I posted it. It's a letter. It's an official letter.
The one that you posted, that's an official letter. And it's like, it doesn't make any sense because if you go by how Judge Merchan looked throughout the whole trial, he looked like he was sitting on the prosecutor's bench all during the whole trial. He was on the prosecutor's team. Everything that the defense objected to, he said, overruled. He wouldn't let him put up. He even refused to allow them, and all of that stuff is going to get turned back. It's going to get turned over on appeal anyway. But the only thing they wanted to do was smear Trump's name before the election. That's it. And they know the trial is not going anywhere. It's going to get turned over on appeal.
Jesse, what if it don't get turned over? What if it don't get turned over in appeal?
Well, it would have to, bro, because there's like 5 or 6 different reasons why it would be turned over on appeal. Number one, the gag order on Trump. That's a violation of his First Amendment rights. Now, the only reason that a judge would issue a gag order in a trial would be so it wouldn't contaminate the court proceedings. So it wouldn't. Mostly, they make it so that the prosecutor can't contaminate the proceedings. It's usually used to defend the defendant. That is the first time that anybody has ever heard that they put a gag order on the defendant.
Oh, wow.
Because he can't go out there, especially one that's running for president, and they're making it so that he can't even talk about what's happening to him and how he's being attacked during his campaign, which is totally
Jesse
ridiculous.
was exactly right. Yeah, Jesse was exactly right. They said that defendants to have gag orders put on them is unheard of.
Yeah, every single constitutional, even Democrat attorneys came out and said, "No,
Wow.
that gag order is BS."
Okay.
Because normally it's used on the prosecution side so that they don't contaminate the evidence. But the fact that they let Cohen talk all he wanted, they let Stormy Daniels
Yeah.
the
Horse
pay
face.
for
Horse face.
the prostitute. Well, it's a prostitute. She pays to get sex, and then put it on video. So that's a prostitute. So gets paid for it, so she could say whatever she wanted to. Even when she was testifying on court, the questions that they asked her, because I watched the thing, is like, oh my God, what the heck does that have to do with election? With election tampering? Is that, what does that have to do with? And then they presented her letter, the one that she signed, that she said, "I never had sex with him. I just said that because I was trying to get money from him." And then the biggest part of the story is like she probably, and it's like, I'm starting to believe more that she probably had an affair with Cohen, and
Whoa.
Cohen was the one, because who would out a loan on the mortgage of their home to pay her the money, and he didn't even want to get paid. He didn't want to get paid back.
Jesse, I never thought about that. But before we go off too much into that, Jesse, I'm going to ask you this question. This is a pretty important question. Everybody in the chat too. If Trump's already a felon, come the new elections coming up, are you going to vote for the felon outlaw Trump, or are you going to vote for the kid sniffer Biden? Who are you going to vote for, Jesse Lopez?
You just gave me chills, bro. I'm voting for the felon.
Woo! Let's go!
I'm voting for the felon. I, Jesse Lopez, 20-year Navy veteran, endorsed Donald J. Trump for president of the United States.
Me too.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, okay. One more question about the trial before we go back to Russia, Jesse. Do you think them charging Trump with these felonies, do you think it actually was kind of a bad move, and did it embolden his base? I mean, he done raised $400 million. Do you think that this was actually a good thing in a certain way that Trump got these felonies? Because is the base riled? Go ahead.
Well, it's like you're not just whistling Dixie right there, bro. Because it's like, this is the biggest boomerang that they have ever launched. It's like the coyote has done messed up on this one, because the road runner's going beep beep and he's gone. Because
Jesse, go ahead.
that's like that was the dumbest thing. Whoever idea that was is like, hey, let's convict him, and then we'll find him guilty, and then
They're
I
gonna hate
actually
him.
heard that, and all the MAGA people will decide to turn Democrat. And like, what? What? I don't know what you're smoking, but are you crazy? MAGA people to turn into Democrats?
Hey, hey, Jesse, you got a good point though. They are like Wile E. Coyote in the road runner, y'all. They try to get Trump, and it was a
First they say
fire.
we're in a cult, and now they think that's going to change our mind. Which one is it? Like, come on, is that the best you can do?
Okay, hold on, Jesse. Before I don't even want to go back into that one. Let's go back to Russia, Jesse. So I asked Lib, what he thinks is the worst case scenario. Everybody listening, Russian warships are going or around Cuba right now. That's 500 miles away from the United States. Okay, so Jesse, what are the implications of this? If something happens, give us the worst case situation with the warships in Cuba from Russia. Go ahead.
Okay, well, what I think personally on with my military experience and the way that they operate, right, and then knowing how the Biden administration and goofballs over there think. Here's what they're trying to make it do. They're trying to make it look like Russia went into Cuba without America's permission. Are you kidding me? Who's
For international waters?
They're in right, exactly, Christy. They're in international waters. I mean, they could be 100 miles off our coast, but it's still international waters. But it's like that is close enough for some cruise missiles to reach all the southern part of the United States, including Texas. But it's like they wouldn't be over there unless the Biden administration gave the okay.
Mm-mm.
Because we have a Navy too. The Navy could go over there and stop them from or blockade the area, just like they did in the Bay of Pigs. When they did the blockade, it was in international waters. But they're trying to make it look to the American people that are gullible. It's like, hey, Russia is the bad guys. That's why we're giving Ukraine all these extra missiles that'll reach Russia, so that when we tell Ukraine, hey, you either shoot these missiles into Russia, so that we can start, upgrade the conflict over there, or we'll stop giving you money. And Ukraine will do anything for money. They've already shown that.
Yeah.
Jesse, why do we not hear anything about the Russian-Ukraine war anymore?
Yeah, because it's like here's what it is. This is what I hear from my Russian friend. It's like the one that I see every day. I see him at the gym, man. This guy's a Trumpster. Like you've never seen, man. This guy's a Trumpster. He's from Russia. He immigrated over here to the United States from Russia. He used to live in California, and then he couldn't handle California, so he moved to Texas. So then he says, because I was talking to him, I said, hey, is it true that in Russia, because I've seen videos and I showed it to him on my Twitter feed, it's like, there's no litter in the streets and there's no crime. There's no people mugging people, assaulting people in the street in Russia. People are sitting on the sidewalk, having lunch, having a drink, having parties and cocktails with no crime in the street in Russia. And they say, yeah. Nope. He said, yeah, that's how it is. And then they show pictures of the grocery store in Russia. It's just like going down to H-E-B. All the shelves are full. The meat section is full of beef, and everything is plentiful in Russia. And then now they're selling oil. They're buying oil from Iran because Biden told them that Iran could sell the oil. That's why Iran is getting rich. And that's how they're funding all the terrorists from Syria and all the terrorists from Iraq and all the terrorists from the Taliban. That's why Iran is getting rich. And it's like, so all these countries that are getting rich and enjoying all the fruits of one's endeavors is like, and I think he took a crap when he was over there in France. It looked like it because the first lady sure did rush him off the stage real fast. But it's like they know that if Trump comes into office, or should say, when Trump comes into office, the gravy train is over.
So Jesse, so you don't think nothing's gonna happen with Russia going being in Cuba? You don't think you think it's a nothing burger?
No, it's a nothing burger. Russia's not that stupid. You see, Russia doesn't want war. Russia wants what's good for Russia. A war would not be good for Russia. And a head-up confrontation against the United States, even if Russia got together with China, they still would not win. They would still not win. They would be outgunned, even though half of our military is woke.
Yeah.
It
Interesting.
is like, but they would still be outgunned. The China has a lot of. China always says that. Oh, we have 600 ships, and it's well, yeah, they have a lot of ships, but not all of them run because they're made in China for one. And it's like number two is like the quality of the ships are not that good. They're all copies of everything that the Russians have, that the French have, and that the U.S. Everything China has is a copy that they stole from the country.
Wow. Interesting. So Jesse Lopez, we're gonna get ready to wind down here. Give us the final word, Jesse. The floor is yours. Jesse Lopez, veteran Navy chief here, always on Twitter, getting it popping. Awesome brother right here. Final words for everybody watching, Jesse. Please give it to him. The floor is yours.
Final word, brother. Here is everybody is like, you need to start spreading the word. It's like, start talking to people. There's people out there that are not registered to vote. There's people out there that say, well, I'm not into politics. Hey, get two or three of them and get them into politics. It's like, this isn't about, what I always tell them, my message is, this election is not about politics. This election is whether or not the United States of America will continue to be a country the way that we know it, or it's going to turn into a third world shithole.
Jesse Lopez, brother, God bless you, brother. Thank you for calling in. Let them know where they can find you on your handles, on everything. You're on. He's even on TikTok. Y'all go ahead, Jesse. Where can they find you?
Yeah, Navy Chief Always on Twitter. Chief Always on Facebook. And I'm getting ready to go on TikTok now that President Trump's on there.
Yeah. Yeah, and one of our videos, when you did the breakdown of the ship, Jesse, it did over 1 million views on TikTok. So that went viral over there.
That's awesome. That's badass, man.
Heck
It's
yeah.
like, you know why? Because people want to hear the truth.
Amen.
They want to hear the truth, and they're tired of all the BS that's coming out of Washington. And it's like every time somebody from over there talks, and it's like, and even the Republican side is like, you got to be careful who you listen to, because sometimes there's lies coming out of some of their mouths too. So the ones that are America first and sticking right by Trump's side, those are the ones we want to follow and want to make sure that they get their message out.
Amen.
Jesse, I just want to say thank you for always giving us such great content. You're an expert when it comes to this stuff, and we appreciate you so much. Also, I sent you on Instagram the link to that hat that you had asked for, so I sent it to your Instagram account.
Yeah, I like that hat. That hat looks good, but hey, who knows how this Facebook post is going to turn out? He might not be a felon anyway. And there was another, one of the witness attorneys that was on trial. He said, I don't know why everybody's calling him a convicted felon. He's not a felon until he gets sentenced.
Wow. Okay.
Because it's like, just because they found him guilty, that doesn't mean anything. He still has not received a sentence. So
That's
he's not
right.
a felon.
I didn't think about that. Go ahead.
If you think about that football player, that NFL football player that they said unalived himself, that Hernandez, I can't think of his first name now. He ended up, whenever he unalived himself, something about his conviction couldn't stand even because something with the sentencing or something. He was being held, but hadn't been officially been sentenced on the charge.
Wow.
So that after he had arrived himself, he couldn't even be like that sentence
I
couldn't
remember
go
that.
with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Interesting.
that's what it is. And it's just like this trial here is like he hasn't been sentenced yet, so he's not a convicted felon.
Interesting. Jesse Lopez, God bless you, brother. Thanks for calling in.
Hey,
Jesse,
but you saw.
go ahead.
Hey, did you guys see? One last word is like you guys saw 50 in Washington D.C.
Yeah, 50 Cent.
50 over there in Washington D.C. He said all the blacks are going for Trump, and they asked him, "Well, why is that?" Well, a lot of blacks have RICO charges that they've been brought up on, and a lot of those charges are fake, and they're just being railroaded, just like Trump is. So heck yeah, they know what he's going through, and they know what he's feeling. So now he's going to be the first black president.
Let's go. Interesting. All right, Jesse Lopez, we're gonna wind it down, but God bless you, brother. Thanks for calling in, Jesse. Salute.
All right, let's go. Trump 2024.
Jesse Lopez, y'all. 217-0709. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. We're gonna wind down, but we'll probably take some more calls. I think Sarah wanted to call in. We're just gonna we already got the show out the way, ladies and gentlemen. Kick back with us on the live. I want to say this though. It kind of makes me think, y'all, with the feds, right? The FBI, and I gotta be careful, but I'm gonna say it like this. We see how they did Trump, and now can you somewhat say that you can, or the blacks are saying, or certain people are saying that they, like 50 Cent says, they can relate because they get the RICO charges. Are they always legit on the charges and the arrest and how they put people through the ringer? Lib, you're a prime example. You and a bunch of other Sixers, I'll say it. Your thoughts on how much we can trust the Alphabet Boys. Lib, go ahead.
I just want to say I had nothing but a great experience with the feds. Shout out to them. Still on probation, but shout out to them. Thank you for being so courteous to your boy, and I gracefully accept my January 6th, charges. That's all I got to say. My FBI agents were very nice to me. And actually, as a matter of fact, they said I was the nicest person they've ever arrested and most interesting and handsome. So thank you very much. Big
Okay.
Ching, I have nothing bad to say about them. Let's just pass it over to Christy.
Christy, let it rip, sis. You catch my drift? Hey, God, I love my boy Liv. He knows how to answer. Go ahead, Christy.
I think that we
Hold
have
on,
been
sis,
infiltrated
sis.
with.
Sis, before I'm sorry for cutting you off, but sis, but you see what I'm saying though? Like, is there really? I know people commit crimes, but I'm just saying, they did it to Trump. You know, they used them boys to get our boy. I'm just saying, how clean or how corrupt are these agencies that have been formed? You know, throughout history. You know, especially these alphabeters. Go ahead, sis. That's what I'm trying to talk about. You go ahead though.
I think that it is whatever narrative that they're trying to put on it. You know, I mean, look how they went in and raided Mar-a-Lago and for what? So I think it's we know that there were people at J6 that said that they were federal agents and were not. They were infiltrators, and I think that it's whatever narrative that these alphabet people want to put on things, whatever their agenda is, and it's not that we're not talking about Andy Griffith, old school, sheriff days and all of that. That's the reason that I left law enforcement. The politics behind it is bigger than anything you could ever imagine, and I just think that it's not a ethical system anymore at all.
Good point.
Absolutely don't.
And I would even say, when you look at the man, I don't want to say certain things, but these organizations that were founded and started, the war on drugs, you can go down the whole line about that, about when the Contras were getting funded. Look it up, y'all. It's crazy that these people, these agencies that we have, how they can be corrupt. And, that's just all there is to it. I don't want to get too far-fetched into it. We're just going to kick back, like I said, probably 20 more minutes on the live, y'all. I do want to go to this, ladies and gentlemen. This is pretty wild. Let's switch lanes because, them boys be watching, and go to the next topic at hand. Is this on Facebook went wild. Miss Alabama. So this woman won the Miss Alabama in National American Miss in the National American Miss pageant. She's not Miss Alabama 2024. That's a whole other thing. This is like a different category. But she has a Miss Alabama slash stash, whatever you call these, whatever things. But the point is, people are saying her compared to these other women that these other women ain't half the woman she is, or along the lines, y'all. I'm just saying your thoughts, Christy, on this post. What do you think?
I don't know. So I don't know exactly which post you're talking about because I don't think I've seen it, but I know that she supposedly today fired back at fans saying that she is extremely healthy, that the doctors have said
Wow.
that she is extremely that she has doctor statements saying that she's healthy. Well, here's just what it is, and I'm just being 100% honest. You know, you might be healthy. You might not have high blood pressure at this point. You might not have any artery disease at this point. You might not have any diabetes at this age and stuff like that. But there's no way you can maintain that kind of lifestyle and consider to still be healthy in whatever time it takes to get there. There was something, I can't remember who it was. We were talking about him on the live, and he had passed away, and they said that the direct cause of his death was obesity.
The guy that was eating the burgers, the McDonald's.
Oh, that's him. Yeah. No. It wasn't him. No, this was an African American man, and we were talking about him. And I'd have to go back and research, but whenever they got the coroner's report, the direct cause of death was obesity. Doctors talk to you about it all the times. Whenever I got sick and I had to go see my cardiologist, he recommended that I take off 20 pounds, that I get my blood pressure down, things like that. That anything extra is making your heart work harder. It also makes every other organ work harder. And she might be healthy as far as her blood work's coming back great, her whatever's coming back great, but it won't stay that way. And I hate to be just like nasty about it, but it won't.
Christy, well, let's be honest, y'all. Before I pass it to Lib, I'm gonna say this. I think all of us, let's be honest, can stand to lose a couple pounds, myself included. I think Americans have become
me?
Yeah, everybody. Lazy. I think a lot of Americans have become lazy, complacent. We live a life of luxury. We're living high on the hog. Let's be honest. We live in the greatest country in history, right? We live a lavish, luxurious life. Even the people that are poor. I mean, we live a good life in America. Let's be honest, in the United States. So I think that if you look at the pictures, compare from now till 30 years ago, men and women are more heavy set. You could see in the proof is in the pudding, ma'am, that Americans have gained a lot more weight. Now, the thing is, when a doctor tells you you're healthy, I don't know how true that could be. If they're telling her she's healthy, I guess maybe she is, but I don't know if this is what healthy looks like in 2024. Maybe when a man can go into a woman's restroom, I guess when you're this, they can call you healthy. Lib, your thoughts. Give us that hot take you're known for.
She's a fatty. No, I'm kidding. I'm playing. She do need to lose some pounds, though. Let's be honest. Say what you want. Quit BSing to people. Because the thing is, you're not doing them a favor when you say you're perfect just the way you are. The heart's not perfect. The heart doesn't want to hear that. The heart is beat in a body like, oh, God, please, lose some pounds, big mama. Come on, damn. We need to quit enabling people, just like that meme where it says on one slide, people say, oh, Lizzo's perfect the way she is. And the next slide, they're frowning because someone said, you look like Lizzo. No, girl, no matter how much of a feminist, how much she's an enabler, wants to hear she looks like Big Mama Lizzo, and definitely not this chick, because even this chick is like two Lizzos put together. Holy, come on. Quit enabling people. She's a fatty, and she can lose some pounds. But she's still lovable. But we need to encourage a healthy lifestyle. Still a queen, but she is a fatty. Let's encourage a better lifestyle. Come on.
Hefe says she's just big boned.
Let me just say one. Never mind. I won't say that.
Hey, that's a damn lie, though. I always remember this meme or a picture. There's no big bones. Okay, we all got the same skeletal structure, y'all. But I digress. The point is,
never mind.
I'm gonna say this though. I do feel bad, even though she knows what she's probably been bullied a lot. I don't know, but the point is, She won Miss Alabama. And I saw her competitors. They were half the size of her. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm gonna say this: the backlash she has received, she has gone viral. Again, Nino America, content creator extraordinaire. What I would recommend to her is to grab this and run with it. No pun included here. But right, Lib, right, Christy, I would get this and make the most of it because you can let it break you down. I bet she's getting millions of bad, discouraging, negative comments. But let's be honest, the light's on her. She has a big light to
You
shine
said
back.
to embrace your ugly.
Embrace your
Yep,
ugly.
you said
Well, let's be honest, sis. Is she really ugly? Beauty is in the eye of the
she's
beholder.
not. I don't
I
know.
don't know.
She's a little big.
I'm just saying. I do feel bad for her because I feel like she's getting a lot of backlash. And we say it all the time. The devil's in the comments, and I'll be, picking them out. We got a bunch of player haters lately, but I'll say this:
I
If-
love them.
if I were her, I would turn this around and I'd make the most of it. And I salute her for winning. But to be honest, if this is the actual what they call someone in their prime or someone that would win a beauty pageant, I say shame on them. Throughout history, look at from Vanna White to everything that we see with these pageants. It's someone that's healthy, fit, I would say somewhat petite, a woman that's of a certain look or whatever. I'm not trying to be a pervert. I'm a married man, but I got to be honest. I think throughout history with these pageants, there's a certain kind of person that wins these kind of,
I can
situations.
describe further, Nino.
But I'm just saying, you have to have a certain look to win these pageants. And I think it's wrong if she won this for any other reason than, I guess, than it is, right? There's other people that were more fit than her and they lost. Go ahead, Christy. Now pass it to Liberty.
I was just going to say, there were articles out about the first woman, Miss Delaware.
Go ahead. Sorry, sis. I'm laughing
Miss
at
Delaware.
Pepe.
That's right. Miss Delaware Teen USA that had Down syndrome, and she got like attention for one day, and she's absolutely just as cute as she wants to be and things like that. And I don't know. I think that it's kind of like you said, like her weight is going to become an issue if it has not. But I think there's lots of different people out there that could represent well, but it's not okay to. It's not okay. I mean, you know what the Bible says about gluttony, and it's not okay to show like this kind of lifestyle.
Christy,
I mean, she's not living a healthy lifestyle.
Christy, Shanika says just beautiful regardless of her size. I'll admit,
That's right, Queen.
I'll admit to that. Go ahead, Lib. Piggyback. Go ahead. No pun.
Oh, no, I just want to say, that's right, Shanika. You let them know, Queen. Slay. Get on them. Get on their case.
Oh, hold on. Lib, OG Rio says when everyone is super, no one will be. Damn, son. Go ahead, Lib.
I mean, yeah, that's actually true, and that comment has several different levels to it because they want everybody to feel the same. They want everyone to be equal, and they don't want hard work to be rewarded. They don't want people to be recognized, oh, you're a gym cell. You're an incel because you work out. You're just a fit freak. That's what they want people to feel. They don't want people to take pride in what they do. They want us to feel all equal. But we're not all equal. And I'm not talking about skin color. I'm not talking about things like that. We're not all equally good at the same thing. And some people try much harder. And people who try way harder is never going to be in the same field as somebody who doesn't try at all. You just have to be honest about it. And we need to quit rewarding people for only participating because we're enabling a culture of a race to the bottom of the barrel. Well, altogether, we should have competition because throughout history, we know competition is key. We learn it here in this great country. Competition is key. And you have two businesses that are competing together. They have lower prices, better products because they want to attract more people. And that's the kind of culture that we need to entice people with. And it is what it is. Quit enabling bad habits, quit enabling an unhealthy lifestyle. It's not funny, it's not cute, and it's not helpful. Above all, it's a lie. It's a fraud. It does not help people, society in general. It just doesn't.
Man, I love that. Christy, I got a question, Christy. Amy says it's not about size and she don't have to be skinny. It's about the questions they ask and how you answer that question. I wonder if that's true, but that's not from what I heard about the story. This was a beauty pageant.
Well, the way that it used to be, and like I said, I have not watched a beauty pageant in so long, I have no idea. But it used to be that you went through like you would get something if as Miss Congeniality, best photography, best fitness, best swimsuit, best evening gown, and then whenever like it came down to the end is whenever they asked the questions like between the whoever the final finalists were, but you had to go through a series of things to get like moved on to to the next round. So I don't know. I haven't watched it forever, so I don't know how that works.
Interesting. We'll move on, y'all. Thanks for y'all's interactions, y'all's great comments. We're gonna keep it rolling here. Next post we got on the Nino America Facebook page. Let's see what else I got. We got some viral stuff over here, y'all. This is crazy. Liberty posted this, y'all. Liberty. I'm gonna explain the meme. Review of the day. And this woman saying, "I'm 30. I'm not married. I have no kids, and that's okay." And it zooms in. Liberty, explain this, and let's get into this. We always get a bunch of interactions when we talk about the male and woman roles in relationships. Liberty, what is up with this meme that you posted?
Look, she says she's okay, but the truth is, if she was okay, she probably wouldn't have the sign or even make it an issue that says she's okay. And let me just say, listen, there's a bunch of exceptions. Some women can't have kids at all, and that's okay. You're still a queen. We still love you. We still appreciate you. But this meme really is mostly about it's a commentary on society and how people encourage women to forget about kids, gloss over the fact about having kids, family, and just say, encourage the boss bitch mentality. You don't need no man. You don't need no kids. And it's a joke. It's a troll a little bit, but it's truthful. We don't need to be enabling people and telling people that it doesn't matter if you have kids. It doesn't matter if you have a family, because let's be honest, at the end of the day, there are people who can't have kids, and there are people who can have kids, and they had an opportunity, but they wanted to live this boss bitch lifestyle. They never wanted to settle down with some dude. They'd rather be a hoe in the club, getting a bunch of D words all the time, a new man every weekend. They don't care when they've had some great men in their life. Let's all be honest. Women have a lot of good guys in their lifestyle, but because of society, they've been taught, forget about that. You don't need no man. Stay single. And I'm probably over explaining it, and it's not funny anymore, but it's truthful.
Wow. I'm going to be honest. Thank you, Lib. And I'm going to ask Christy her take on this. I'm going to be honest. My son today, he was kind of joking, but we walked into the store. He's 12 years old. He said, I'm like, I have no kids. And I've learned to see, but with the women, I'm talking about the men right now, there is a mindset that young men have that they're not going to have kids. I have a cousin that said that he's going to be the favorite uncle. He ain't going to have no kids. My other young cousin, the young buckaroo, he had the same mindset, kind of party, hardy and all that in West Texas, big money making young man. And someone on the rig told him on the location that you don't live life until you have kids. And then that changed. That's why men need to be good examples and give good advice to the young men, the young hogs in the game, because it can change someone's perception in the good way. I believe men and women should multiply, be fruitful, like the Bible says. And my younger cousin, he went and bought a house and he got his girl. And I believe they're going to, procreate sooner or later, from changing the mindset of not wanting to have a family to wanting to have a family. I'm just saying a lot of people, that's the mindset with a bunch of young men I've noticed, right? And I told my son when he said that, I said, boy, son, only what don't have kids. I said only the who's don't want to be dads. And boy, he straightened up quick. I said, son, boy, you're gonna have kids. You're gonna carry on this lineage. I said, if I had to suffer, you had to suffer. Your kids gonna suffer. And I was playing, but I'm just saying, Christy, I don't know if you can relate to this, but I'm speaking on the men's side. A lot of men or young men, I don't know if they think it's cool or not, or they don't want to have kids.
But you know what? I just say something really quick. But you know what, Nino? It's also how much of a struggle society is. And I agree with that. Shout out Passport Bros. I agree with that to an extension, but there's always exceptions. But, Nino, you got to understand how hard it is for society and how much of a whole culture we're in. And the dude, he realizes if he gives kids to some chick, if she's really a B word, she can put him on child support. She can make his life a daily hell, and she can try to keep his kids from him. So men are seeing this, and they're seeing the feminist culture that we live in and a lot of men are just checking out and they're giving up. And let's be honest, do we really blame them? Me personally, I'm at 14 kids. Big G, I'm continuing my dynasty. My women are going to listen to me, and they're going to be taken care of very well. 4 baby mamas. Let's go. We're all going to be in together in love. We're all going to turn up. A clan. Call it a clan.
What do you say? I refute. What do you say? What does Nick Fuentes say? I what?
Now,
I disavow everything he said. I was saying, shout out Liberty. Shout out Cali Confidential says every young man, I believe this. Every young man says they ain't having kids, but let's be honest, none planned on this. Interesting. Christy, your thoughts on this whole take? Go ahead, sis.
I just kind of agree with Amy's comment. She said that the girl's looking for attention from men, and she probably is. On the flip side of that, I will say that I don't think she needed to make the sign. And who knows what's going on with what she's thinking. Maybe she just knows that she hasn't been equally yoked.
Oh, my bad, y'all. Go ahead.
But I think that we were going to do a live about this and didn't get a chance to do it. But there was a huge study out not too long ago about the amount of people having children has declined so much.
That's what I'm saying.
That yeah.
My bad, sis. We got a call. Hello, you're on the line. You're on Nino Radio. What's up?
Hey, it's Sarah. Hey, y'all doing?
Hey, Sarah. I know Liv's happy to hear you. So are we.
Hi.
Go ahead, Sarah.
Well, Liv just said he has like 4 baby mamas and all these kids. So I love you, Liv.
I still got some open slots.
What's up, Sarah? How you feeling? Go ahead.
Good. I'm doing good. Good. I was just going to comment on, sorry, I'm kind of losing my voice a little tonight. It must be the South Georgia weather. I don't know. Christy, you could probably, I guess there's like you can lose your voice when it comes hot. I don't know. It's weird. Never had it before. But anyway, I was just going to kind of like comment on that just tell a little story about that, or a little quick thing. I have this one female from the military, gunnery sergeant, and, she decided she'd never have kids or anything. And for me, it was like a hole was lost in my heart, but I couldn't understand why it was lost in my heart for that.
Wow.
Like to reproduce and stuff. And I don't know. I felt like with that, it's just kind of, why are we not, isn't that a natural instinct?
Right. Sarah, let me ask you this. How many kids do you have?
I have 3.
Wow.
Wow.
I don't know.
Working on 4 or no? Just wondering.
Whatever, Liv. You already got like 4 women, okay? Whatever.
I don't have any right now.
No, but Sarah, are you planning to have more? Are you planning on having more kids?
Well, honestly, I would reproduce till the end.
Wow.
If that happened, I just feel I'm very by the Bible, what
Amen.
It's supposed to do. But at the same time, I mean, look at it. I'm on my 2nd marriage, first one passed away. And the second one, we're not married yet. And it's kind of like I'm living in sin. So,
wow. Yeah.
And you guys have already called in and everything there. He's younger. And I still think about it. And the way the world is going and everything else, I mean, you just, I don't know. I feel like that's what's brought me home from every tour, everything that I've been on and everything like that. And I just want to make right with that, if that makes sense.
Sarah, and again, y'all, this is Sarah. If you don't mind me asking, we already know, but you are with a younger man. You are, if you don't mind, can you reiterate the age difference, if you don't mind?
Oh, sure. Of course. Yeah. Girl, sure. I'm a Kruger, I guess. Oh,
A cougar or a Kruger?
No,
but
but
I mean, you can make fun of me. You can do whatever.
but I'm saying, how old are you and
I don't care. I'm open to. I'm not saying you guys.
No, but I'm saying, how old are you and how old is he?
Okay, so I'm 43. He's 23.
Oh,
Yeah, it's 20 years.
and let me ask you this question.
Yeah, it's
Sarah,
20
Sarah, does he want children?
I think he does. And so we are definitely kind of coming up to stuff or whatever. But my thing is, I will not have a baby without being married.
Sarah, but hold on. You say, Sarah, you're saying that you think he does. This is something I would think someone in a relationship tells the other partner that, hey, I want kids.
Let me redo that. He does. Oh, no, he definitely does, because he considers my kids his. Okay, 100%. But at the same time, yeah, he wants his own. But he wants that. And it's becoming more and more apparent from it. And, you know, I'm going to count to 3. I will not be having any babies without being married. And so that's just how I feel about it.
Damn,
you know,
Christy,
I just won't do it.
Hey,
I guess I'm real old school on it.
All right, Christy, how's that going to work though? So he wants kids. You think he does, or he told you, but you're not going to give him none unless he marries you.
Christy, get me. I know you want to get me, because last time you got me.
That ring, queen.
Go ahead, Christy.
Last time she got me, but I love her. So, like, go ahead, get me, girl.
I feel the same. I just don't see how life experiences, like y'all have the same life experiences. He's, I'm a social worker, and it's been proven that like a male's mind does not mature to the age of 30. And, I just think that you're in a place that you've been around the world through your military experience. You know what it's like to be a mom. You know what you want and how to settle down. But I don't know if you're going to get the same thing out of a 23-year-old. And I'm just being honest. Like, I think that I just don't think the life experiences are the same, and that's just my honest opinion.
And I gotta interject something, y'all.
No,
Sarah,
I get you.
Sarah, I want to ask a question though. Isn't your clock winding down?
It is ticking. Yep.
That's what I'm saying, right?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
Well,
like your biological clock, like we can only have babies up until certain ages.
I'm sorry. I thought you said clock. I thought
clock. I said clock. Sorry.
Oh, right. I thought you said like a P, but you said clock. Oh, yes. Yeah. Well, the crazy thing is I was, okay, this might sound crazy, but maybe this can be another thing on your show. I don't know. I've been referring people to you guys because I love y'all.
Thank you.
Oh, we love you too.
Like the right combo. But, so I've been having all of these females that I went to boot camp with, okay, and they're all having babies now, and I'm like, for real? Like, really? Because you know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying, like, your body doesn't work the same, anything like that. Same time, what is wrong with adopting a child? Because there's so many out there. And a lot of people don't think of that. They think, oh, we can't have a baby, we can't do that. But with me, I'd adopt money for it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would do. Because being all over the world doing everything, like that's what I would do. But to get back to the question, yes, my clock is ticking. But that's kind of like what I'm more looking for. And if not, it's got to be within the next 2 years to make sure that I don't have. I mean, you get older, your body doesn't work the same. And I don't want. I already
have you young. It's okay.
Highly functioning.
Sarah, Thelma Lopez.
What?
Thelma Lopez says, I don't want to hurt you, Sarah, but he will definitely move on, hun. Has that crossed your mind?
Oh yeah. Oh. Can I say? Is that gonna? I
Say
don't
whatever
mean
you
to be mean,
want.
but
Say whatever you
yeah,
want.
yeah, yeah. Hell yeah. And I've actually been thinking a lot of it the same because it's like I've been there, I've done that, I've done everything, and now it's kind of like, well, I've been there. I got my income good. Like I've done there. I've done all of that. And now it's like the little things of, oh man, this was hard. Oh my God, man. Okay, he's not going to see this. But it's like, oh, it was really hard at work and da da da. And I think, at your age, I was standing in a post in a different, in a different brand. Like, you better fucking pick yourself up by your bootstraps and
Damn.
get over it.
Sarah, you know what?
I'm sorry. I'm hard.
No, it's
I'm
all good.
hard.
No,
I'm sorry.
Tell him he needs that, Sarah. You're literally encouraging him.
Look,
Good woman.
I'm gonna say this, y'all. Everybody watching, listen. This is interesting, to be honest, because I find that in America in 2024, we're in a certain situation right now, ladies and gentlemen. Christy, help me out here. But the point is, some people want to have kids, some don't. Some reach a certain age and they're not trying. Some are thoughting it till they're past 30. Like, it's a weird time to be alive, especially if you're a single man or woman in America in 2024. I thank God that I married my high school sweetheart and I don't got to be out there in the pool, looking for or looking for a wife. I can only imagine how hard it is to be single at 30 to 40 years old, y'all. I would think that's pretty tough. Christy, you any thoughts on that? Go ahead.
No, it's a question that Hefe just kind of got my mind working on. Does he contribute anything? I mean, is he like an alpha male, or do you run the household? Like,
good question.
How does it work with him and your other children?
Marine Corps, I run this house. Come on now.
Oh, you run the house, Sarah. Sarah, see, hold on. Hold on. He gets another question. He says, "Does she submit? Does she submit to her man?" That's the question. So you don't submit
to. That's what I was asking.
You don't submit to him, or does he submit to you?
That's what that's the thing. That's the thing that's very, very hard. I'm Marine Corps. I do all the bills. I do everything like that.
Oh, but what?
My dream was, after being all over the world. No. You guys didn't hear the full story. Listen. After being all over the world and everything, I don't need anybody. I don't need that. I'm good.
You don't need. Hold on. You're saying you don't need
financially taking care of my.
Hold on. But you just said that you live. You said you live by the Bible. You said you live by the Bible. You said you live by the Bible, though. You don't think the man should run the household? That he's the head of the. Go ahead. Wow.
Oh yeah. No, you're not listening. Listen. That's not what I'm saying. Is coming into the relationship, I am completely self-sufficient. I got this. But at the same time, I submit to everything, if that makes sense. I do. Oh, I got everything because I get to stay at home now after all these years, and I go ahead. It's like a lot of stuff.
I got another question here they got for you, sis. They say, where's it at? Is he a provider or is he a boy toy?
Okay, no, definitely. I agree with you.
No, they're asking you.
He works.
Okay, he works. You said it.
Yeah. So this is a double-sided. So maybe, yes, he works, but maybe I need some advice. Okay, so I'm going to ask. Everything is good, but I submit I do everything here. I am completely Southern wife. Okay, even though we're not married, that's what I do.
So go ahead.
At the same time, it's very hard for me at this point when he comes. He says they make him do. I want to say, shut the fuck up. Put it, but I don't say that. I don't say that because I've been there, done that. And that's my biggest thing.
What? Hold on, you kind of cut out. What's your biggest issue? You kind of cut out. What is your biggest issue? And we got some more questions from the chat. But what's your biggest issue? Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So my biggest thing is, can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. This happened last time too. Sorry. So with this, my biggest thing is like, it's two different generations, right?
Yup.
So when he goes to work and supplies and things like that, don't get me wrong. I'm all about like, I'm not even gonna say it, but when he's complaining about little things at work, like maybe somebody was mean to him or something like that, I am completely supportive. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking,
I think he's a weenie. Let's be honest.
No, it's not that. At that age, I was in another fucking country defending things. I was doing this. I was doing that.
Sarah,
so it kind of gives me a little bit of resentment. If that makes sense.
That's crazy. That's crazy. This is freaking crazy. Okay, hold on. I hope you don't follow the channel and the page. But anyway, I digress. Let me ask you this, Sarah. Do you ever feel like you're his mother?
Shut your face. Sometimes.
Wow. This is crazy, y'all. Like she said, it's different generations, y'all. This is crazy. What the hell? Wow.
Sarah, I got a question, and this goes back to my comment about that I don't think you have the same life experiences and things like that. Do you feel like you said that you live by the Bible? Do you feel like that you're equally yoked? Do you think that you have the same experiences, the same dreams, the same, kind of beliefs, things like that? Do you think that y'all are on the same level as that?
No.
Wow.
I mean, there's your answer in itself, and I'm not being rude.
I know.
Sarah.
I know. No. Wow. You're not rude. You're not rude at all.
I have something to interject.
What I say is, yes, sir.
Listen, all jokes aside, no matter what happens, you just have to realize, and this is from me to you, Sarah, you already have your kids. You've already won at life, the lottery of life. You have your kids. Your life has purpose. That's what really women are meant to do, have kids. So I just want you to know, no matter what, you did the right thing. You were with your husband until he passed away. Shout out to you, had kids. You were married, and that's beautiful. So don't ever let nobody take that away from you. Seem like a nice person. You already won the lottery of life. No matter what happens going forward, you have your kids. You did it right. You did what you had to do. So anything here, don't ever let nobody take that away from you. We may disagree with some things, but you did the right thing. You had your kids. You won at life. You won.
Yeah, thank you. That means a lot. So let me just go back to that. When I say no, I mean no on a two-faced coin, if that makes it. I think we want the same things as far as a good life, taken care of, and things like that. But as far as, I don't know how to explain it. I feel like, well, you have to work for what you want.
Yeah.
I didn't start out at a low age. I joined the military at 17, and I did all these years. I went everywhere. I missed some birth. I missed all of that. I got my knee damn blown off. Like you have to put in, regardless of that, like you have to put in the time and the work of wherever you are to make it for what you want. That could be that you're an athlete. That could be that you're any of these things. It doesn't come overnight. And to just think that other people, like all of a sudden, you look at somebody and I'm like, well, they have it. No, it's not like that. You need to put in the work.
So, Sarah, why do you keep harking back to that point? Is there an issue that you see with him? Or I'm going to ask you. I have a
Yes.
wow. Okay. Let me ask you another question. Do you see? I guess you see that, right? But
Yes, because I love him dearly. I do.
wow.
But at the same time, it just looks, I don't know how to do that. And I also don't know how,
Wow.
to, after losing my husband, I guess maybe I'm just better just doing me and the kids.
Wow.
If this doesn't
We're
work.
here for you, Sarah. We're here for you.
Hold on.
Dark. I don't mean that. I didn't mean something dark. But I'm just saying, like, I see these things and just going on of this, like, I was like, hey, watch this with me. Like, I love these guys. Like, they're so into it. He doesn't see it. He'll watch something off of TikTok.
Wow.
And just because something's not on TikTok or Facebook
Damn.
doesn't mean it's true. Like you got to watch and do the research and then find out the truth of what's really going on.
Sarah, you kind of hit it on the head. He's from the TikTok generation. You're from a whole nother generation. Let me ask you this. Is it hard being with the younger man in the sense of, do you feel like you know way more than him? You're way more mature than him. Does that kind of mess with your mindset with being with a younger man? Because you probably think that you're in a whole nother, how do I say it here, Christy? You know what I'm saying? You're just more mature than him, not in just an age, but in life experience. Does that have does that kind of mess up your relationship with him? Because like you said, he's complaining about, someone stole his pencil sharpener at the office when you were out there getting your messed up in the army or whatever, wherever you served. But is that a fair statement? Does that kind of mess with you?
Corps, get it right now. Get it right now. Always Marines. Come on now, bro.
What's that? Say it again.
I said always Marines, okay?
Oh,
always
sorry,
Marines.
sis.
All right.
Marines, like my cousin. Yeah. I know y'all don't like to be compared. Oh, damn, you're a Marine?
We don't.
You're in a whole nother category. You know what? I tip my hat and I salute you. Thank you for your service, Marine. You know what? Hey, now it makes sense, Sarah. Now it makes sense. But like I said, I know you have to be hella more advanced in your thinking with more experience. Marine. This is crazy, y'all. But go ahead, Sarah. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, don't go. No, I was loving what you were saying, and it just makes me think about it. But then at the same time, it's kind of like, okay, so my husband passed, and he was from Tennessee, and I retired, and I came back to Chicago. So then I came back down here all the way to deep, deep South, which was a complete culture shock. It was more shocking than going anywhere in the world. I'm going to tell you that, okay? Like, it was crazy. And Christy, I know you know what I'm talking about, okay? Because I know you're from it's different. It was like, I talk too fast. I do these things. I do everything. What do you mean? And instantly they think that the woman is, on there and she's off of the man. Well, guess what? I'm providing a lot. Like, I got all the, and that is almost looked down upon sometimes, from what I've seen, because I'm in deep, deep South. I'm in the Florida, Georgia line right there. So it's deep in there. So I just dove into it. And, it's crazy. I guess I love you guys because I feel like I love your thing. It keeps me thinking that I'm sane, looking at your podcast from everything you guys do.
Wow.
You do no, I'm serious. Like, I'm not crazy. That's not what I'm trying to say. But like, I look at it and it's like, okay, there are other things going on in the world. Like, I know this, I've been there, I've done that. This is amazing. And, I don't know.
No, I'm gonna say thank you on behalf of the team. I'll say thank you because it means a lot that you're, I would say older woman. I'm not saying with disrespect. We respect. I'm not saying our elders, but I respect someone.
That's fine.
I'm
proud of all my years and all my
that's
wrinkles.
What I'm saying.
I'm proud.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like, I respect. I'm appreciative that you compliment our podcast like that because you're a Marine. you're a successful mother, right? And then you are of a certain age. I ain't trying to impress the TikTokers. I'd rather be impressive to someone that is someone of your stature. Christy, can you break down anything that you heard from this? This is a great call. I appreciate you calling in. Sarah, Christy, what do you got to say, sis? Go ahead.
Sure,
Wow.
sure.
I mean, I absolutely, respect her for her service and everything.
Amen.
But I still personally, and she knows that I'm not coming with her towards disrespect. I think that, especially if you're looking at 100-year-old and an 80-year-old, a 20 age difference, nobody's going to look at that because you've had life experiences. This guy's only been legally able to drink for 2 years. His mind still isn't even at maturity level yet. You are a mother. He doesn't have any children. You've traveled, I'm sure, pretty much the world with your experiences. And I just I don't wish any anything bad on your relationship, but I just don't see in the long run it working. I don't think you're equally yoked. I don't think that you have the same life experiences. I think that it's a comfortable place for you to be in and for him to be in. And sometimes to get out of your comfortable zone is hard, but I personally just don't see it as a relationship that's going to make it. And I'm not wishing for that to happen.
Wow.
If he makes you happy, then the best to you. But I'm just being 100% honest.
Hey, I like that Christy gave her. She's giving you good advice. I would imagine, right? But I'm gonna ask this, Sarah.
Oh, yeah.
Because a friend is gonna tell you the truth, right? Someone that cares is gonna tell you the truth, not try to
Right.
placate you. But I'm gonna ask you this, Sarah. Would it change if this young man? I think it would change in my opinion. But if he went, took you to Olive Garden and went to the parking lot and got on one knee and gave you a carat, 2 carat engagement, asked you to marry him. If he did that, do you think that your emotions and what you're always thinking, would you think that will kind of calm the storm? And if you did marry him, I don't know if you want to or not, but would that help you as far as not always questioning your relationship? Go ahead.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to get married? Hold on. Do you even want to get married? Hold on. Let me ask this question. Let me dumb it down here. Let's cut to the chase. Do you even want to marry this man?
Well, that's what God says, right? And I follow the Bible.
Amen.
So
Sarah, let's be honest. So let's be honest, Sarah. God tells us to do a lot of things, and a lot of us don't do what God says. I'm just asking you: do you want to marry this man?
Right, and I try to follow what it is.
No,
because,
but Sarah, don't you think it's weird? No. Don't you think it's weird that you can't say yes or no? Like any other woman would be like, hell yeah, I want to marry him. But why are you, stopping short of even giving a yes or no answer? That's kind of weird in my opinion. Chat, let me know what you think. Go ahead, Sarah.
Chat, let me know what you think. All right, I got you, bro.
No, but I'm serious, though, Sarah. It's kind of weird.
That's
Go ahead.
Good. I'm serious. Okay, so this is my thing on it. We've talked about that, and he said he doesn't feel man enough and stuff like that to do it. Yes, we've talked about that. But then there is this part of me that I feel like, okay, well, I've conquered all this in my life. I have so much more to do, man. I don't want to be, no, like we gonna get it.
Ooh, holla back, girl.
What the hell, Sarah? I thought you were a Bible clutcher. What's going on here?
No, what I'm saying is, but doesn't the Lord say that do not, doesn't it say don't enter once you're in there in the marriage? That's it. And I've done that once. And so now I'm living in sin, right? Okay, so with that, and at the same time, I think this is it. I get a second, not a chance.
Wow.
Because I would wish for anything in the world, for him to be back.
Oh. You know what it sounds like to me? Let me give you my diagnosis.
Yeah, go ahead, Liv.
It sounds like, what I'm saying?
What are you going to say?
I'm going to just say, look, I think you did everything the right way. You did it correctly. It sounds like you were ride and die, a real one. You submitted to your husband. You were with him until the very end. And we love it. And it sounds like you just, and I don't even necessarily blame you for it. It seems like you were just lonely and you wanted a companion and somebody who came along in your life and they cared about you. And like, can we really hate Sarah for that? People hate being lonely, and she did it the right way. She had her kids with a husband, not out of wedlock. And can we hate her for having a companion? Now it's different. If somebody never had kids and they were the same age, and then now all of a sudden, they never got married, but she did everything the right way. So I just want to say, I don't hate you, Sarah, for having your companion, for having someone close to you that feels like they're there for you. I don't hate you for it, because I think you did everything the right way. And rest in peace to your late husband. I'm sorry that happened, but I think you did everything the right way. So I can't even be mad at you for it.
Okay, I'm going to ask one more question. I'll hand it to Christy before we finish up here. But Sarah, let me
I know
ask.
you guys are on the time. I know.
No, it's
I'm
all
sorry.
good. No, it's all good. Sarah,
I didn't mean to make it about me.
No, but
I'm
Sarah,
sorry.
let me ask you this. No, we appreciate your call. Let me ask you this, Sarah. It's very interesting. I text Christy. I like these kind of combos. But let me ask you, Sarah. So if he did take you to Olive Garden and he got on his knee in the parking lot and asked you to marry him, what would you say?
He wouldn't. He doesn't even know what Olive Garden is down here. Okay.
What the hell?
We go to somewhere. Okay.
Bert,
he can back
Chick-fil-A.
me up on that. Okay.
Okay.
We're in South Georgia.
Okay. Okay. Say you're on the porch drinking some tea on the rocking chairs, and it's a beautiful night, and you had your glass of wine. I don't know, and he gets on his knee and he asks you to marry him. What are you gonna tell him?
This is the hard thing. I'm going to say yes. But listen. But because I'm going to say yes, because I am a good woman, I would say yes. Because he's been here and doing things, and I would commit to the second half of my life.
Wow.
And this makes me want to cry right now.
Together?
But at the same, 3 years. But at the same time, but at the same time, I feel like I would lose a portion of my heart, if that makes sense. I would just have to give up on doing all these other things, and that's what I would do, because that's what the Bible says.
What would you be giving up on? Like what?
I want to go
on the Nino America podcast.
I really want to go, and I want to. Okay, two-folded. I'm a fucking warrior, man. Like I'll fucking assassinate some shit. You know what I'm saying? Not things that I will do that, but at the same time, like I'm a fighter. But I want to go to other places, because people always say, oh, okay, well, let's just get on the homeless in America and let's do that. Well, guess what? It's not always going to help, because I've been there. Every weekend, every single month, I go out and I give it to any homeless that I can see. And then it's just the wrong homeless around here. I'm not in the right predicament to give it, because they're buying alcohol or smokes or something.
Yeah, we don't support. We don't support.
Breaks my heart.
We don't support giving any money to any able-bodied human being, especially a man. They need to work like us.
Exactly.
No, definitely not the homeless.
Okay.
Go give it to your veterans.
Right.
So hold on. So all right.
I want to go, and I want to go, and I want to go, and I want to go to Africa, and I want to do an African safari. I want to go to the few countries that I have not been. I want to do that, and I want to take my babies with me, because I want them to see all around the world what the world looks like, so they can realize God made all of this, and we are so small, and look at everybody else that is around here.
But Sarah,
I want to do that.
But Sarah, you could do that with your you could do that with your husband, couldn't you?
I don't know.
Okay. With that, y'all, Sarah, thank you. Christy, final words for Sarah, and then we'll let her have the final words.
I love y'all. Don't judge
thank you.
me.
It's all good. Go ahead, Christy.
Y'all, okay.
Good call. Go ahead, Christy.
I mean, and the thing is that I'm not judging you. I said I'm just like always brutally honest, and I just think that you're not in the right place with him, and you're answering your own questions. You are, whenever you've had to hem-haw on, traveling the world, and if he is, equally yoked with you, if you have the same life experiences, things like that. I think he filled a void. That you had whenever you lost your husband. I think it's hard for people to get out of the comfortable zone. And I just think that's what it is. I think you're like in a very comfortable situation with him, but I don't think that it's a forever thing for you all. And I'm just being honest.
Okay, go
No,
ahead, Lib.
you're good. I
Lib,
appreciate it.
Lib, give your closing argument. Go ahead, Lib.
Oh God, Liv, don't kill me right now.
I'm gonna be honest. It sounds like you don't have any more of your heart to give anyone. It sounds like your full heart will always be with your late husband. And I still, to an extent, I think that's an honorable thing. But that's honestly how it feels to me. And I'm sad for you. I know that was your best friend and companion and everything. But it sounds like, and I can't even blame you for it. It sounds like your heart will never be able to be given to anybody else. I think that's the real reason why you say a part of your heart will be gone if you get married, because that part of your heart belongs to your late husband. I think that's it. I think deep down in your soul, it's not about you can't do anything. I think you probably feel bad deep down inside that if you marry somebody else, you feel like it will be an affront to your late husband. That's just how I feel. I feel like you don't have any more heart to give because it's still with your late husband.
Interesting. Final words, Sarah. Go ahead.
I got you. Final words is I totally appreciate you guys. Thank you. And I'm going to continue watching and continue telling people to watch and everything like that. I think as far as my heart goes on this, it's just hard to find somebody that can match. This is going to sound stuck up, but please don't take it that way. Intelligent level, and intelligence maybe means maturity, or maybe means life experiences, or just willing to see the world. That's what I'm kind of. That's that part that I'm looking for. So,
wow.
Yeah. So I really appreciate you guys, and thank you so much. You guys are amazing. And I'm so sorry to put it about me again with calling in. That's so wrong, but
it's all good.
Thank you, guys.
Well, thank you, Sarah, for calling in.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right. I love y'all. Have a good night.
Bye.
We love you too. Take care.
Wow. I'm going to just say this. I like this kind of combos, y'all. I'm going to be honest, Lib. You really hit some good points, bro, about, her and her first husband. It's like me and my wife, right? Like, I'd hate to be a single man trying to find a woman at this age, but then again, I'm going to say, God forbid, but if I were to lose my spouse or whatever, how much more harder would it be? And I'm glad we talked to Sarah, because it kind of gave me a little glimpse. Maybe that's why she can't ever, be, I'm not gonna say satisfied, or she's kind of afraid to marry this guy, or she's having issues. But it's like, once you lose your spouse, right? Say you lose your spouse, and then you're still young enough to be, in the dating realm or whatever. Like, how much harder would it be to find another one? Once, like you said, Lib, you ain't got no heart to give. Bro, that was profound, Lib. Christy, your thoughts?
Everything the right way. She did it all the right way. All these women, all the generations, they're a bunch of hoes. Sarah did it the right way. I support Sarah 110%. Nothing but love for her, because she did it the right way. It's not her fault her husband died. She lived her life the correct way.
Go ahead, Christy. Your thoughts? Is this
I look up to?
I'm not talking about her previous life and her. I mean, I'm not like she might have done it the right way, but that doesn't mean she's doing it the right way right now. And that's just my personal opinion. She called in. People are in the chat are saying it's their relationship. Let it be. She called in and wanted to talk about this and get our opinions. And I think that I said it exactly to her. I don't have to repeat it.
Yeah.
That the life experiences aren't the same and all of that. And I don't foresee it working. I am not a mind reader. I'm not a fortune teller. I don't know. But I think that she is just in a whole different place in her life than he is, and she got together with him whenever he was 20 years old.
He's a baby.
He is a baby, and she's got children of her own and things like that. And I just feel like she's in the comfortable zone, and it's hard to get out of comfortable zones.
Sis, but you catch my drift what I was saying earlier though, right? Sis, like trying to give us somebody. Go ahead, Lib. You had a point. Go ahead, my bad.
I want to say one thing. Let's be honest, do we really think she even thinks it's going to work out in the end? It sounds like she just has a companion. I mean, she's obviously a highly intelligent person. She already knows. But I'm not even mad at her for it. She found somebody who appreciates her and makes her feel respected, and they have a connection, and that's okay. I'm okay with that, Sarah or Queen. I support you.
Okay, I'm in the poll, y'all. The poll was fluctuating. At first, I said, is Sarah in the wrong? Half were saying yes, half were saying no. And I saw the numbers change, and it says no are saying 55% and yes are saying 44%. So I guess they, after hearing her, right, they kind of support her like Lib does a little bit more than when they started with the phone call. Of course, we appreciate Sarah's service to this nation, and we appreciate her as a caller, and we appreciate her, just giving us some content to react to. It's interesting. We always talk about politics and hot button issues, but I like to talk about relationships, y'all, because again, I look at the whole thing as a learning experience, right? Because it's crazy. Like I said, to date someone in this day and age, to find somebody, let's be honest, y'all. She just said it. To find somebody of the certain intelligence level, the maturity, the same kind of likes, dislikes, or whatever, or something similar. I don't know. I'm just saying, I think it's very hard to find somebody in America in 2024. I'm not saying it's impossible, but with the with the social media the way it is, the internet, the phones, guys, let's be honest, y'all. These phones, they could be a detriment to a relationship, and they probably are to a lot of relationships. And like she said, she's with a TikToker. She's a YouTuber getting with a TikToker, basically. So like Chrissy said, two different life experiences. But like again, to what I'm saying is, I resort to this. I feel bad for anybody out there that's single, that ain't with nobody, and you're getting older in age, right? I know of someone that's over 30, a girl, and she can't keep a dude, right? It's hard for her to find one. She's either too ratchet or the guy's too clean cut. She wants a thug. She don't want someone that makes money legitly or whatever. That's just kind of how it is. Some people have their preferences, but I'm just saying, once you hit a certain age, you're running out of time, y'all. And I'm going to be honest, I don't think a woman, people are going to hate when I say this, I think their value is cheapened or lessened the more older they get, especially if they have bodies and they have kids. They are less valuable as far as in the wifey range material, whatever you want to call it. A man, on the other hand, though, I believe we gain with our wisdom, our wealth, hopefully, and the older we get, I think we get more value. Okay, Lib, your thoughts on that? I know I'm gonna piss everybody off, but go ahead, bro.
Hell yeah, these hoes. No, I'm kidding. I agree with what she said, and I don't really have too much to add to that. It's a sad situation, but I support her. And good summary. W phone call.
What's up, Queen Sheba? Go ahead, Christian. Go ahead. My bad.
No, I mean, I pretty much said everything I need to say on the subject. I agree with Callie. Callie agrees with me that just don't think the 20-year age gap is correct. Don't feel like that, he was like, I don't know. It doesn't matter, but I said what I need to say on it.
Hey, Queen Sheba.
I like her. I think that, she just is comfortable. Yeah.
It's that girl. Men age like wine, women age like milk. She said it, not me, y'all. That's that girl.
That girl always coming with the facts. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, hold on. But I'm gonna say this. Shout out to Queen Sheba. She says, "Do you know how many mature women are getting married at an older age?" I honestly don't know, but I just know from what I see in my community, amongst my people, family members, and friends. It looks bad when a woman's over a certain age and she's single. It don't look good, in my opinion. And you see them all over Facebook. They're older and they really can't get right. They go club party and they hardly ever, they're not posting. They're not getting married. I don't see it. Chrissy, your thoughts? Go ahead.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I just would rather somebody be 50 years old and find somebody they're equally yoked with and live a happy life regardless of whatever than to do the thing. I mean, Callie said it best. Like, this girl's almost diddied herself. I like Sarah, but it's the truth. I mean, 20-year age gap is too much. And
But sis,
you know, I'd rather. I agree with Queen.
but sis, besides that, I'm just saying, do you think that it's weird, or you think that do you see women at older ages getting married?
I do, and I think that a lot of that has to do with the nuclear family being broken up. You know, women have to work now. I mean, it's not the same as it was in Leave It to Beaver and all that, where June got to stay home all day, while, you know, the father went out to work and all of that. It's Things are different. So you see people get wrapped up in careers and things like that before they settle down, and I think there's just been a big push on that.
Christy, let me ask you this question. Do you agree with Sad Girl when she said that men age like wine and women age like milk?
Probably, yeah. That's society's put on it. Yeah. So I think that's the way society looks at it. I think that people look at very old successful men as aging like wine, where somebody that gets married at 40 years old, they look like that they're less than the man that's successful at 50. Absolutely.
Hefe says men are more valuable in older age. Eesh. Your thoughts on this?
I agree with that.
Wow. You agree with that, Christy?
I do.
Expound upon that.
It's been proven. Like, males don't even reach their maturity until the age of 30 years old. And so, you know, you getting with a 23-year-old that hasn't had any life experiences, anything, is not going to be as valuable as a man that has life experiences, that has become, you know, his own CEO or owns his own trucking business or whatever it might be. So absolutely. I mean, if you find somebody young, and that's just how I believe. Like, it just is.
Hey, Queen Sheba, call in, sis. You got the backbone. Make the call, sis. He's all good.
Oh,
love Queen Sheba to call in. She's not agreeing with us for the most part, and that's all good. That's the sis right there. Hey, Lib, your thoughts, bro. Lib, your thoughts. Go ahead.
Well, hopefully by the time I'm 30, maybe I'll be more mature than, like people are saying. Maybe I'll grow up one day, right? No, but I mean, that is true. It does take men a little bit longer to mature, let's be honest. And that's why it's more normal, and it's more like we were talking about discussing the other day. It's more normal for a younger woman to be with an older dude than vice versa. That's very unusual. It is what it is for that way, because like she was just saying, it takes men longer to ripen, so to say. And, you know, women are looking for someone they can look up to and respect and submit to. And it's kind of hard to submit to somebody who does have less life experience than you do. That's why I think it really does matter that way, versus a lot of men want a woman, in a lot of ways, to be somewhat of a blank canvas, their cheerleader, someone that they can make an impression on. Because let's be honest, these days, for the most part, it's like, who's going to make an impression on the woman? Society or you, if you're a good man? So it is unusual for an older woman to be with a younger man. But like I said, Sarah did everything the right way her whole life. And I don't think she's expecting a marriage out of this either. I think she just has a companion and like a close friend, someone who cares about her, and she likes him around. And it is what it is. I know what it's like to be lonely, not in her circumstance. And, you know, I'm happy with how everything is, and it's only going up, about to be super rich in this bleep, about to turn up, have 4 baby mamas, 14 kids, so really going up. But, you know, I get it, though. Shout out to Sarah. Sarah Bear, we got you, queen.
Yeah, and I really ain't even harking back to Sarah. I'm just saying more in general, as far as, you know, nowadays, you know, men looking for women and vice versa. Tamara says men are lazy and complacent when they get older. I'm going to be honest. I see a bunch of flaccid, weak, older men sometimes. I'm serious. You catch my drift, Lib? I mean, there's some feisty. I'm pretty sure when I hit 60, 70, I'm still gonna be feisty and
Hell
ready to roll. But haven't you noticed that though? Sometimes you see men that just look demasculated, or I don't even know the right word here, when they're older. It's like they kind of give up. Go ahead, buddy.
Hate that for those kings. Me or Chris? Y'all just want to say I hate that for those kings. You're right. I'll always be lit. I'll only get litter the older I get. We're turned up. Now I'm locked in, and from here on out, it's gonna get crazy.
Hey man, Cali Confidence says the roles in that relationship are ass backwards. She's already paying his bills. He looks at her like a provider. That relationship would never be blessed. I don't know. That's why I asked her, y'all, because I'm gonna be honest. I know somebody. Okay, I know somebody, and we
She
hate.
already got everything though, Nino. It's like she
But
don't even want a provider.
yeah, but I'm gonna say this. I know somebody, bro. We hate the relationship. It's a woman that has gotten with a younger man, and that woman is about as old as that younger man's mother. And all the family, everybody frowns upon it. We can't stand that relationship. And then the woman cannot have any kids. So basically, if they get married, he's going to be robbed of seed. He's not going to have a lineage. How horrible is that? Anyways, Christy, you want to chime in real quick, sis? And we're going to end up wrapping it up here going on momentarily. Go ahead, Christy.
No, I think I was pretty clear on my stance about all of it tonight. Yeah.
Christy would say we're wrong tonight.
I don't think there's any gray area with me. Usually, most of the time, I'm either really black or really white. There's not much gray. So I think I said what I need to say.
Amen. And the Sarah issue is one thing, but like I said, I just look at this as far as it's kind of perplexing to me. And I guess I got the luxury and the blessing of me just having a family and a wife. You know, I know a lot of people out there, they don't have a spouse, or even worse, God forbid, they're with somebody and they're miserable. You know, it's pretty sad to say the least. Go ahead, Lib.
Look, I just texted you something, but no, I don't really have anything more to add. I think we summarized it pretty good. That was a W discussion. We really harped in, locked in. Don't say it, but look, we really that's funny, isn't it?
Oh,
we really.
I guess we all. I'm just saying, we all kind of probably know somebody, y'all, that is similar to Sarah, right? I would think.
Yeah, we love, but that person that they did everything the right way too. So, I have a different feeling for different people that, if they didn't do it the right way and they never really tried to get married, whatever, but if circumstance kind of, I feel differently about it. I truly do. I think there's a difference. And I feel bad for people like that because it's very hard to find love when you're older and,
Well, I don't know. Sometimes you see some elderly couples getting married, being happy together.
Ooh, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Look, before my grandmother passed, she wanted to try to find another companion, and because my grandfather, God rest his soul, passed before her. He was a real top G of the family. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, yeah, even she wanted, not necessarily like a booski, but even she wanted to find a companion and somebody else, someone that you can kind of relate to in a lot of ways.
But let's shout out the marriages that are functioning and that do work and that are blossoming, and there's our big families, and you know what I'm saying, that look, this is the whole point, y'all. I'm gonna leave it like this. People might say, man, why is Nino always harking on this, or why does he like to talk about this, especially when Sarah calls in? I like to deal with stuff like this, y'all, because I'm a happily married man, and I see a fight against marriage and couples in this age that we live in. So I want to tip my hat to those that do marry their other significant other, and they stay married and faithful till they die. Let's bring back marriages that are like that. But then again, let's salute the ones that are like that, because maybe that's the ones. Maybe that is the norm. Maybe the media and social media and the things that they put upon us make it seem like marriages falter and fail all the time, which they probably do. But there is a remnant of people that marry their partner and they take these vows serious, and they have a beautiful and a blessed marriage, y'all. That's why I like to talk about this stuff, because I like to highlight, certain situations that pertain to this subject, because I'm a firm believer in once married, you married till death do you part. Amen.
Until one of us dies.
Exactly. That's how it should work, and that's how it is.
How can it be me? Okay, good. That's all I had to say.
What's up, sis?
You know that you and I agree with with, until death do you part things. But all I can say to everyone is equally yoked is just the keywords and everything. Make sure that it's that way, because if not, it will not work. Period. The end.
Amen. Final words, Lib. Here, go ahead.
I have to say this. In this day and age, even though I'm a Christian, obviously veering towards Catholic, I'm really getting into it. That's, I think that's where I'm going to end up. Beautiful. I love Jesus Christ, everything, and I believe in traditional marriage. But for men, these days, getting married is a bad proposition. You know what I'm saying? Beyond religious fundamentals, which I agree with deeply, it is a bad, bad, bad thing for men to do these days. You're putting yourself in a disadvantageous position. And that's being honest. The laws are against you. Society is against you. Everything is against you. Personally, I think if you want to get married, you should get married in the church, but not with the government. If you're a man, but I would also tell my daughter, don't be with a man until he puts a ring on it. You know what I'm saying? You have to have it's like a push and pull. You tell the different sexes something kind of different. Men, you have to watch out for marriages and women who are taking advantage of you. And women, you have to also watch out for men who are taking advantage of you in a different way, your body. So it's hard, but I'm going to be honest, for men, it's a losing proposition in so many different ways.
Wow.
Especially with this feminine society. Girl, he did something you don't like. Divorce that scum. That's all it takes. And a lot of ways, a lot of men are not masculine enough to tamper down on a woman and her bitch friends. Let's be honest. We're going to be in her ear talking shit about you. If you really want a successful relation, you got to get rid of all those little nagging friends who are going to cut you down and friends and family even that are going to cut you down. If you have one disagreement, if that woman runs to her girlfriends, she might forgive you, but the friends aren't going to forgive you, and they're going to be in her ear. Just come to the party with me. Just forget him. He don't care. That's how it is. So men need to protect themselves, but I would also tell women you need to protect yourselves too. And the less bodies you have, the higher your value is to a man, and the more seriously he will take you. And if you have 100 bodies, you think a man's going to say, you're going to tell a man, not until we get married. What about those 100 dudes? You didn't make them get married. Now, if you're a virgin or you only had one or two partners and you tell a man, we get married first, he's like, okay, queen, maybe I'll ring it up, because it means more. It hits different.
Damn, Lib, you cooking tonight. I'm going to be honest. We've been in the live, y'all, but Lib, you're right, though, bro. I think men, especially that are successful, smart, sharp, and are leaders of the pack or whatever you want to call them, they look at marriage. I would say this. I would hope they would think marriage is a good thing and a blessing. But you're right, bro. I bet there's a sect of men that see that marriage is somewhat of a liability, something that's not really good for them in the long run, or something like they have the mind. I'm not saying it's true or it's right, but like you said, bro, society, the media, whatever, it's like put out there to make it harder for men to even want to marry, or vice versa, really. But you hit a good point there, Lib, and I'd keep going if we weren't already on the 3-hour stream. But that was pretty interesting, Lib, what you said, that men are looking at marriage like, basically a liability, bro. Whoa.
I have one last thing to say, because let's be honest, men and women, in a lot of ways, and it's just human nature, they're with somebody to an extent for status, right? And who's going to give you more status? Is you're a man, you're top G, you're getting it, you're killing it, you know what I'm saying? Doing a dang thing out here, right? Who's going to give you more status? A woman that every dude in the city can say, oh yeah, I had her, she was lit. Or some chick who submits to you, who cooks for you, nobody can say they had her. Who is going to make you look higher on status? So and of course, a woman wants a man with a higher status. No girl wants to be seen with a loser, and no dude wants to be seen with a hoe.
Man, Liberty cooking tonight.
But it's a whole different game if a man has 100 body count, right? If he's a successful man and has 100 body count, that's different, though, right?
I mean, it is different, but I'm Christian, so I don't agree with that. But it is different, because men and women want different things. A woman wants a provider. A man's not looking for a provider. We don't care. We care about the body count. We don't care about how much money you make, but women care about how much the man makes because he's supposed to be the provider. It is different. Even though I'm a Christian, I don't agree with 100 bodies. But
I don't want anybody that's been up in 100 different women.
But it's okay. Hey, back to what we were saying last time. Oh, Christy, good interjection here. I want to say this. Back to what we said last time, and we're trying to end the stream, but we'll continue. Christy, so you're saying, well, let me ask the chat this and everybody watching. We asked it before, but does the body count matter for a man or a woman? Is that what you're saying, Christy? You're saying that they're both. What are you saying? Go ahead.
Liv's saying that it matters for the woman, but it doesn't matter for the man.
That's not what I said. It matters less for the man, but it does matter because I'm a Christian from a religious perspective. I think that's degenerate. 100. Anybody who has 100 women, that's pretty degenerate, and you're enabling yourself to get STDs, diseases. But I'm just saying it matters different because we look for different things in each other. Men don't want a chick who can provide. I mean, that's just that one guy. Sorry, Sarah. But you know what I'm saying? Man, women want men who can provide. Doesn't really matter as much about the body count. It matters how much he makes. That's like when someone said, don't ask me how much I make if I can't ask you how many men you've been with. It's the same thing. It's a different position because we are different.
That's just your opinion, though, right? That's not fact. There's not been any stats put out about that. That's just your opinion. So a man,
my opinion in all of history through humanity. I mean,
still an opinion, not factual. But
I wouldn't agree with my opinion, though.
Well, Christy, don't.
I don't. No. It's just like Sagirl said. Body counts matter for both. You can't tell me that a man that slept with 100 women is any more, even if he's a millionaire, is worth more than a woman that has slept with 100 people. That's hypocritical. That's not true.
Well, I'll say this: the richer you are, the less things like that matter as a man.
Oh, damn.
It's true. The richer you are, no chick's gonna be like, "Oh, you had 50 bees," and a lot of women won't admit this. And maybe it's in my generation. A lot of women. I'm not saying you should sleep with a bunch of chicks. Women knowing that a man is wanted by a lot of chicks, it turns a lot of women on because no chick wants to be like, "Damn, this dude don't get no bleep." Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not saying be out here with a lot of.
Hold on, Lib. You just said what, bro? You think that a man with a bigger body count, a woman is more attracted to someone like that? Is that what you kind of said?
Well, no, not necessarily, but knowing that he can get a bunch of women and women are all over him and they want him because women want to feel like you chose her. You know what I'm saying? But he like, damn, he could get anybody. He's him. He's Liberty Dragon. The beat is on him. But he chose me.
I'm not gonna lie. It kind of sounds legit because women want the bad boy. Chrissy, do you agree with what he just said?
No, I don't. I just like he still has me. I mean, Liv, you know that I love you to pieces and all that, but you said that you're living a lifestyle but you said that you want 14 kids and 4 babies' mamas. There's nothing biblical about that.
I'm gonna love them all too.
Yeah,
we're gonna be together in a cult.
You can love them. You can absolutely love them, but it's still not biblical. I mean, gays say that they love each other too, but it's still not biblical.
Well, actually, in the Bible, there were people with multiple women. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but there were men with multiple women. I'm just saying.
Lib, I'm gonna send you a free Bible, bud.
Let's go. Okay, so there it is, y'all.
I'm doing it for the empire, for my empire. I'm sorry. Sometimes you have to make sacrifices.
We need to do a live about this, another one about this, but that's pretty interesting because
we do.
I'm gonna be honest, Chris. I'm gonna be honest though. I'm gonna be honest, Chrissy. I think Lib has a point though. I do somewhat side with Lib as far as a successful man, right? That a woman is gonna look at him and gonna disregard the body count. I'm gonna be honest, and let's be honest though. Let's really be honest. A man will probably disregard the woman's body count too, though, if he wants to marry her. He might be a simp, might not be an alpha male. Who knows? I'm just saying men and women will disregard each other's body counts. I mean, it has to happen for people to get married. Let's be honest. But I do agree to a certain extent with Lib that when a man has so much success and power that these things don't matter to a woman because they want to be taken care of. And haven't we seen that throughout history, y'all, and even our lives, that, you know, when a woman sleeps around, she's a hoe. When a man sleeps around, he's a player. Go ahead, Lib.
Nino, I just want to say I'm doing it for my people because, let's be honest, a lot of people are having less kids and the white race is going extinct. I love everybody, but I'm representing. I'm going to have some beautiful white children. That's why I got to do it. I'm sorry. God will understand. He loves me. I glorify him every other way. Sometimes I got to have a clan. I'm sorry. I got to repopulate. Bring some geniuses into the world. I'm doing it for the planet and my people. Come on.
So it's okay to go into the Bible because God's going to understand. Okay.
Well, people who were had multiple different wives in the Bible. So
No, but
Yeah,
hold on. But besides the Bible and all that, I'm just, you know, tripping out or somewhat agreeing with what Lib's saying, sis. And I think that's more or less where what I'm aiming at here is that, you know, I think there is I don't want to call it a double standard, but I think there is.
It is a double standard.
Okay, well,
and it's valid.
Okay, that's a good point. Is it valid, right? Like, I don't know. I think Liv does have some points. Christy has her points, of course. But of course, we all have opinions. But it's pretty interesting to say the least because, like I said, women want a bad guy. I mean, sometimes they want a good guy. I'm gonna be honest, but not 80% of the women I've seen that I know, family members, they get with a bunch of losers or criminals. Go ahead, Liv.
You know what it is? They want a good guy capable of being bad. And in society nowadays, it's so polar and it's like 100 or 0. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it is. If we're being honest, they want, like, there's a saying goes, it's better to be a warrior, a gardener capable of violence than to be, you know what I'm saying, like a warrior in a garden than a gardener in war, because you have the choice to do both and you restrain yourself. The problem is masculinity. That's, you know what I'm saying, a lot of ways the smartest people have lost a lot of their masculinity. And if you look at statistics, men are only 1/3, just 2 generations ago, 1/3 the amount of testosterone. So it seems like it's so lopsided that you got to be a dumb retard thug to have higher testosterone, unless you're a genius like me and know you got to work on your masculinity too. You know what I'm saying? It's not as black and white as that, but that's really what it is. They want somebody capable of violence, not necessarily a bonehead. And sometimes they feel like they don't have any other choice.
Hey, I got a new poll up. Thank you, Hefe. Who's right, Christy or Liberty? Go ahead, Lib.
Oh, yeah. I'm about to vote. Christy, don't vote. I don't want your vote to count my vote. No, I'm kidding.
I don't care what you want.
Oh!
Sis, give it to him.
No, I've said what I needed to say. I've just said what I needed to say. Like, you can't in one breath say that it's okay for a man to have a high body count and not okay for a woman to. You can't say that you're biblical and say you're going to have 14 kids and 4 babies mama. You can't say that. I mean, but it's not biblically correct. You can say whatever you want.
I didn't say that, though, Chris. I don't mean to cut you off, but I don't think it's okay. I just think it's different.
You can assign yourself to whatever agenda that you want to. It doesn't mean that it's right, and it's your opinion. My opinion's my opinion, and we both have those. But you cannot tell me that it's number one. Nobody should have 100 body count. Period.
I agree. I agree with you. I said I agree.
But number two, I mean, but you said that there's a difference between a man having 100 body count and a woman having 100 count. And
but that doesn't mean I think it's okay. But there's a difference.
So you don't think there's a difference?
I don't think there's a difference. What do you mean?
So okay, I'm trying to figure this out. So you disagree with Liv, but you think so. There's 2 things here, right? What society thinks and what the norm is, right? But you think that either or, the man and woman, you don't agree with the actual statement that a body count for a man is different than a body count for a woman, right? You think that you don't agree with that, correct? They should both be equal.
I think it's both equal, and I don't think that either one of them should have that kind of body count. I don't think it's normal behavior.
Now let me ask you this one. But do you see it that in society, the way we look at it, the way it's like the norm, don't you see it that men are looked at as players and women are looked at as whores? You know, the more body counts either one have.
I will say that. Yeah, okay. That's what I said. I said it's wrong.
Yeah.
That men
and you say it's wrong. Yeah, of course.
men are glamorized for
Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio for having this 19-year-old or however old she is on his arm, and women are called whores whenever they have multiple relationships, multiple partners, whatever. So yeah, I think that it's a double standard. I think that it's hypocritical, and I just don't agree.
Go ahead, Lib.
I think that summarized everything. It's different, point blank, period. But I also don't agree with her on 100 is like inappropriate. That's just like, dude's got to be selective too. Let's be honest, for a man, unless you're like a top G at the top of the field, if you got 100, you're just having sex with anybody. And that's like, damn, dude. You know what I'm saying? You got to be selective as a man too. I don't, but it's different. If a man and a woman has 10 let's just say 10, that's significantly different. There are many men who would not even consider being. I didn't do anything with a woman until I was 18. So I can say things like that. You know what I'm saying? But it is different. There is a difference. But it doesn't. I don't think 100. That's like
Okay. Okay, I shout out my boy JV. He said before
these comments are cracking me up.
Okay, before I tell JB, I'm trying to tell JB what the poll is. Basically, who's right here, Liberty or Christy? Lib, real quick, what is your stance, bro? Make it real quick before we let in the poll. What's your stance? And then we'll let Christy give her stance. Go ahead. Which we've been saying it, but summarize it.
No, I'm kidding. Look, my stance is, and I'm not necessarily saying it's okay or it's right for men to have a preposterously high body count. But my argument is it's different because men and women want different things. Because women want a provider and men want like a queen, a love, and somebody who's more innocent and someone they can trust and rely on to mother their children. So it matters because women aren't judging men by their body count. Some do. They're judging them by their bank account. Just like the saying goes, hey, don't ask me how much I make if I can't ask you how many men you've been with. It's the same thing. We care about different things. We want a woman who has a smaller body count, who's more innocent, who we can share and give more experiences to and feel like they're appreciated higher because they'll be like, oh, your jet wasn't as good as the last guy's jet I've been on. Men don't like that versus women want a provider and they care mostly about how much a provider he is. Although I also don't think it's okay for either gender to have hundreds. That's preposterous. But it matters less for men with a higher body count because they're just there for the moolah, which is okay. I mean, we're built how we're built.
Okay, Christy, and what do you disagree with Lib saying? And we're gonna end the poll. Go ahead. Once you say your stance.
So what Lib is saying is that women are materialistic wenches, and that we're looking at people for just their bank account and things like that.
Damn.
That's what he just said.
And he admits it.
Whose jet's bigger than that?
Yeah, he admits it.
Whose jet's bigger than? Go ahead.
No, but he admits it. But so you disavow everything he says, then, Chris. Or what's your main things that you disagree with him on?
I mean, I just do. I think that what we're talking about right now falls in the line of complete degeneracy. Who wants anybody that has 100 body count? Who cares how much money you have in the bank? It doesn't. What you eat doesn't make me shit at the end of the day. And I don't care what the next man has or any of that. I think that body counts. I think that the way that he is referring to women is from a very materialistic point of view. I think that it is hypocritical to say it's okay for a man to have 100 body count, but not for a woman who might just be looking for her prince also. I just think that it's very hypocritical.
But you know what, Christy? That I don't see anything wrong with that. I know it's my responsibility to be a provider. I'm not cutting women down for wanting a dude who's not a loser. Good queen, get a king. Don't be with anybody else unless he is him. That's what I'm saying. I'm looking out for women. Don't let any dude hit. Only you be with a top G. That's what I'm telling to women. That's my message to women. Protect yourself because that's what men. It doesn't matter how anybody feels. That's how men judge women. Say it's right, wrong, but that's the truth. We judge women by their body count. And what's the first thing a woman calls a woman she hates? Hoe, slut, That's the first insult. Why? Because they know it's wrong. And I think it's wrong for men to have a high body count, but it's especially wrong. Dudes don't call other dudes, you're a hoe. That's not the first thing they say. You're a loser and you're a bum. Why? Because different things matter. For a man to be broke and have nothing going on.
Yeah.
No, y'all high five each other after y'all like hit whatever y'all want from the local bar or whatever. And y'all added to the body count, so you're not doing your part.
I don't do that, but I don't do that though. But what I'm saying is, there is a difference, and it matters less.
I'm being just as hypothetical. I'm being just as hypothetical as you are. Like, you know, I said that,
throw me down there.
everything I'm saying is an opinion too.
Okay, and with that, y'all, we're gonna end the poll. And I like what someone said. Where did they say this at? This is a pretty good comment. Who had this good comment? I want to before we. Okay, look.
I need more females in here.
Yeah,
There's too many
Christy.
men.
Okay, Christy, go ahead and end the poll. Christy, women. Cali Confidential says women with high body counts tend to be more materialistic. I agree with that. I'm going to be honest.
I would say
so. Yeah, I think so. I know some, they're dumb as rocks. You know, they're somewhat, pretty, but they got ugly insides, and they're hoes, and they are hella materialistic. I know a couple family members too. I say that. So I do agree with Cali Confidential. Women with high body counts tend to be more materialistic. Christy, let's end the poll. What's the numbers here?
Lib won 67%, me 30. No, Christy 38%, Lib 62%. Somebody just voted now. Yeah.
Okay, so Lib, you take your victory lap, your final words on the poll and the night. Go ahead.
Killed it out here, turned up like gee, what? But we still love Christy though. It's just, I'm just trying to protect women. Just don't be with any dudes, and it's very important. But also, men don't be degenerates either. I have the same message. Just don't be a degenerate. And let's be honest, dudes who will sleep with any woman are kind of desperate. I mean, look, if they're all 10s, that's okay. But, don't be a degen or a loser either, and just take whatever scraps you can get. And the thing why it's different is because women choose who they want to have sex with versus men. Really, at the end of the day, choose who they can get. Unless they're an R word, and I totally disavow that. But you know what I mean? There's a saying, men sleep with who they can, and women sleep with who they want. They're the key holders of the sexual marketplace. So it's easy for them. Listen, hold on. One last thing I got to say. For a man to have 100 women body count, he had to work for that. Oh, any woman can go out in the street, hey, I want some D word. She gonna get 100 in no time. For a man, that just shows that he worked in his life to get that status, for an ability to have that, unless he's a serial R word, and you know how we feel about that. String him up.
A status? Are you kidding me? This is the most disgusting conversation I've ever had in my life. A status to have that many body count?
No, that's not what I'm talking about. That's not what you misunderstood. I'm saying for a man to get to 100, and I don't agree with that. But for a man to get to 100 body count, he had to work for that. For a woman to get 100 body count, she just had to go outside and say, I want to have sex. Because that's just how it is. They are the key holders of the sexual marketplace.
Chrissy, he's not saying he thinks that's right. He's saying, and I agree with him, saying that men, they have to do things in order to get something from a woman. And women can just, like he said, go on the street and put a sign up. You know what I mean? That's kind of what he's saying. He's not saying he agrees with it, but I do agree with that. Men are dogs, let's be honest, and women do hold that power. I do agree with that. Anyways, final words, Christy. Go ahead, sis.
I don't have anything left to say. I'm done with this conversation. That was a lot. But okay. I need to dissect everything and everything, because I was reading y'all are taking it a different way than I took it, and maybe
I think that's what's happening. I think that's happening. See, I think y'all probably agree more than what y'all disagree.
Yeah, we probably agree most part. I'm just saying it's different, but I don't think it's okay for men to be 100. I don't think it's okay, but I just think it's different. That's all. It is judged differently. That's it. I'm not advocating for that at all. I'm a Christian, and maybe I want to have 4 baby moms, but that's the one thing, and I just want to have a lot of kids, and I don't think it's fair to ask one woman to have that many kids. I'm sorry. That's the only thing. But other than that, I'm a man of God.
Thank you.
I say find your one. find your one spouse.
Amen.
And be done with it. Yep.
No,
if I will. If I find some chick who makes me never want to be with another chick, I'm sorry, you know. If I find some queen who makes me, I can't even look at another woman, I'll be with her till the end.
Hey, damn, Queen Sheba's letting you have it, bro. Man, shout out Queen Sheba. Hey,
Queen is top, I'm telling you.
hey, Chrissy, let's be honest though. I would hope that Lib would get his baby mama or wife, and he would settle down. And maybe he's a young guy right now, and maybe he would just have one wife. That's what I hope for the young man myself.
I mean, whoever I'm with, I'm not going to desert. And it's not like I just want to get them pregnant and leave. I want to love them all. I want to provide for them all. I want to take care of them. We're all going to have a clan, a dynasty together. And look, they can all get their nails done together, right? And I'll pay for it.
Damn. Okay. And with that, y'all, we thank y'all. If y'all get a chance, y'all hit the like. If you mean in the after party in the comment section, we appreciate y'all. We had a 3-hour live stream. Whoa, we didn't expect it. Watch it on the replay, y'all. This is a pretty good live. We're getting better at this. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Liberty Dragon. Thank you to everybody in the chat. Again, hit the like, comment on the way out. We have memberships available. We will have special features for the said memberships. Y'all get the videos before anybody else, and we thank y'all from the bottom of our hearts. Chrissy, thank you, Lib, and thank you, chat, for being here with us on the 3-hour stream. Man, let's go. And with that, everybody, we're out of here. Christ is Lord, and it's over. Thank you, everybody.